Please leave your message at the beep.
Don't do that. You're supposed to begin by...
Sorry.
You're supposed to begin by going,
hey, man.
Our messages have changed.
Your call is important to us. It's the Bob and Tom Show. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and that is Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hello.
And that is Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
And they are wearing their own shirts today.
We'll stay that way.
We'll recap that. There's Josh Arnold. Ace Cosby's here. Hey. I am Chick, and hello, Tom.
I think we're all wearing either black or navy today.
Yeah, I was going to say, apparently there was finally a memo.
Yep.
Everyone wears something dark.
I bet my pants are bright, though. Look at this.
Check these out.
Oh, those are a party.
Yeah, they are.
Those look like they were...
A beach party.
Wait a minute, there's a party in Christie's pants.
And everybody's coming.
All right, I already did.
Okay. It looks like one of your daughters, as a toddler, drew your pants.
They're sweet. They're very nice. Nice and colorful. But everything from the desktop up is black.
Or navy.
We've learned.
Yesterday, Mr. Godwin and Christy switched shirts. Has that been posted, the video?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately.
And I asked them to post it without an explanation, so it just looks like Pat's working at some beach club and decided he was going to wear a blouse.
I thought it looked a little better than what I saw in the photos.
In England, they call a long-sleeve sweater a jumper, even for gentlemen.
Okay.
That part always throws me. So I say that because, yes, Pat at a point yesterday was wearing a blouse, and we as men don't call shirts blouses.
No.
But maybe we should.
Yeah, that's actually leading into a serious news story in a way. Kind of sad, but I'll do it this way.
Good.
No, it's kind of fun.
Well, which is it?
Our friend of the show is the great drummer Andy Newmark. Happens to be my sister's boyfriend.
He was my boyfriend.
And I just saw Andrew on the evening news last evening.
What happened?
He was the drummer for many years.
Finally snapped on your sister and yelled, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up."
He was the drummer for the great Sly Stone.
Yeah, Sly died.
For many years, and sadly Sly died. But they showed a clip from the Ed Sullivan Show, and there was Andrew playing the drums. But I bring Andrew up in this context because at one point he was on stage. He'd be on stage with these various bands. He played with Roxy Music and with John Lennon and et cetera, et cetera. But he would often wear women's shirts, blouses, because they looked better. They were more colorful. They looked better on stage.
Really?
Yeah, rock stars can get away with that. Musicians can get away with that.
Yeah. Mick Jagger probably has some ladies' clothes in his closet.
But yeah, just because it looks great on stage, and that's
Steven Tyler for sure.
I'm guessing that Boy George too.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that sort of crosses the line. Andrew.
Isn't Andy also the one that only has 10 shirts?
That's
something?
correct.
Only 10 shirts.
Yeah, and then if he gets one new one, he gets rid of the old.
That's got to be exhausting to be that weird.
Yeah, well, and to live with my sister Jan, it's unbelievable.
Are they all the same color?
Oh no, there's quite a variety.
Oh, okay.
I bet Andy gets this a lot. Are you paying attention to me? No, you talk so much I can't keep up.
But
Come on, check out.
In any event, very sad news. Sly Stone, a true genius,
Legend.
and just by chance, the documentary about him is just hitting the various
on Hulu
page
That's
channels.
amazing.
Yep,
made by Questlove.
Well, this is great marketing then. Jeez.
It's a great documentary. It's really good.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten he was a DJ when he was a kid, a teenager.
He made his first
San Francisco.
he made his first records when he was I think 12.
Favorite Sly Stone song?
Oh man. Wow, they're so good.
Yeah.
Maybe Everyday People.
Mine is probably one of the last ones from Fresh. If you want me to stay, I'll be
that's a
around
good song.
today.
That is good.
Yeah, I think Andrew's playing the drums on
Be
that one.
available for you to see.
Hey.
Well, Andrew's story about his audition for Sly Stone
Yes.
is priceless. It's on the internet. But man, you got to check that out.
Yeah.
He auditioned for Sly
At a hotel room.
in his bed. Sly was in his bed, apparently. And
Sly told him to play the dresser, didn't he?
Semi-enticed. No, he goes. Andy was touring, I think, with Carly Simon, and he was in L.A. and he'd heard, hey, Sly needs a new drummer. And he went over there. I think the story goes something like, Sly goes, "Are you funky?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm funky."
Funky.
and he took some sticks and played the nightstand, something to that effect.
Is Andy in the documentary?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In any event, yeah, sad news. If you've ever seen the movie Woodstock, Sly and the Family Stone, I think, what are the highlights? The Who?
Well, everybody says the Who and Crosby, Stills and Nash are kind of the highlights of Woodstock, but I would beg to differ. I'd say Sly and the Family
Crosby,
Stone.
Stills and Nash, they were never good live.
No.
They're not particular, but
Only
yeah,
because David's hard to take. He's a menace. It's a shame he's dead. That's what I'd say in the bizarro world.
It's a family.
Sly, this is a pretty good one. Let me play a little bit of this one.
Ooh. The fabulous Larry Graham
On the bass.
guitar.
My organ.
Organ.
Sally Ride.
Oh, man.
He's playing with his feet. No, I don't.
That's his sister
Yep.
on the trumpet. Yeah. And they had the huge froze.
Yeah.
They were when the clips they were showing in the news last night. I didn't realize that when I was a kid watching. I had no idea those were wigs. It's pretty clear.
Oh, really?
Well, on the high quality television, it sort of looks like a giant helmet. And Sly had his own look. Of course, a lot of people are confused.
With?
They thought it was Sylvester Stallone.
Oh.
The other famous Sly.
Stallone.
I think far more people are upset that Sly Stone has passed away than Sly Stallone, I would think. Don't you think?
I hope not.
No, really?
Yeah, they showed hundreds of people
Sly
mourning.
Stallone is still alive and well, right?
It was,
Well, yeah, no.
but the news was so confusing. There were hundreds of people gathered at that statue. Where's that? Philadelphia. Mourning. Yeah, they were doing a Rambo marathon. Then someone said, "Hey, shh, no, it was Sly Stone, the musician."
Oh, all right, wrap it up.
But so sad news. But if you get a chance, what is the name? The documentary is something a genius.
It's called The Burden of Black Genius.
Yes.
Yeah, about Sly.
Yeah.
So if you get a
Done by
chance,
Questlove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who also I think wrote the intro, I think, to Sly's autobiography,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. So coming up, we have a lot of really interesting stuff today. Very excited. Actually, the only reason I want to do this one story is for Josh. But I'm not going to say what it is right now. You have to wait a couple of minutes. But
I wonder what the topic is.
No. The topic is not what you think it is.
Really?
Yes. It's not anything involving what you think it would be. Neither of the top three.
What are the top three?
Well, I'm not going to dwell on that.
okay.
The whole point here is
you're not going to dwell on it now?
I could guess.
that's not necessary.
Is it food or pornography or prostitutes?
Pornography and prostitutes fit in the same category.
It's a little bit of one of them, but not in the usual context.
A little bit of Have you ever thought of getting into politics? You
are a spinner.
really want to get a look at that.
Oh, thank you very much. You're
welcome.
I'm going to urge everyone to stick around today because coming up, we're going to do a Doobie Brothers special interviewing three of the great members of that band, including Michael McDonald,
Doobie,
Pat Simmons, and Tom Johnston. We're going to talk to all three of them.
Well, that's a Doobie Tuesday.
Yeah. All right. That'll be fun. Doobie Tuesday. That'd be a great feature back in the day, and have one of the DJs completely stoned.
I knew.
Long periods of silence. Man, I'm glad this isn't a 2 for Tuesdays. If I smoke one more of these things, I'll be dead. Right now, I want to remind you
The best way to listen to the Doobie Brothers is Raycon Everyday Earbuds. You guys know that. Raycon's latest model is better than ever. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity, so you can pair two devices at once. And Raycon has a quick charge function. Just 10 minutes of charging yields 90 minutes of battery. And the Raycons come with active noise cancellation. And Raycons start at just about half the price of other premium audio brands. or as we like to say this time of year, a dad-friendly price. And Raycon's available in a variety of vibrant colors, including forest green, blush violet, royal blue, cool mint, deep red, and many more colors. Many colors. And Raycon also has a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. And because you know us, you get this special offer, 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Right now, Raycon, 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds only at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Coming up, many exciting things today. As you said, many. There are many. Including we have more dentistry information. We have a huge controversy in the grocery store world, and a great article about everyday annoyances that bother people. And I know in the world we live in right now, minor annoyances shouldn't be bugging you, but they bug me. So we're going to talk about it anyway.
Okay.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Our guests, Mark Maron and Rebecca Corey. Now, Rebecca, you mentioned that you travel with your dog.
I do.
And you're serious.
What kind of dog is it?
I have a 64-pound pit bull, a blue-nosed pit bull. Her name is Angel. And she was...
you showed a picture to us during the break, a picture of your dog sitting on the airplane looking out the window.
Yep, she was sitting in a seat next to me looking out the window, thinking, whoa.
And this is a what do you call it? A service dog.
A therapy dog, yep.
Therapy dog.
What does that mean?
It means you just give up the Xanax and wine and you go to a little being that makes you calm when you fly. I got an issue with flying. Yeah.
So so you're a cat person. You couldn't do that with cats because, first of all, cats are so they're so highfalutin.
Yeah,
would not.
Oh, you mean you have
Cats
to
will
earn
scratch your eyes
the
out.
love of a cat, and that somehow makes it
No, the
less.
cat would
All
look
right,
at you and go.
take your you put a cat on a plane, see what happens.
I traveled.
go.
I traveled with LaFonda.
Oh, did you?
And how'd it go?
Was LaFonda in a cage?
Well, let me understand. You got to understand.
I'm
the
surprised
cats,
LaFonda would fly coach.
Yes.
Was she willing to?
LaFonda. My cats were feral, so they're wild animals.
Right.
Now, I had never traveled with this cat before, and it was crazy because. They were, when I first got them, they were already wild, and they were only a few months old, but they were wild. So in order to take LaFonda to Los Angeles, it took me 2 hours to get her into the cage. I had to wear leather gloves.
Yeah.
My hands were still bleeding.
I'll bet.
I get her into the cage. I get to JFK, and I'm exhausted. And I'm aggravated, and I put the cat on the conveyor, and the TSA guy goes, "Oh, you're gonna have to take the cat out of the cage and walk it through."
Oh,
and I'm like, "Are you kidding?" I became crazy cat lady.
See
there
my
is
hands?
no way. Yeah, look at my hands. And I made the biggest deal. I was like, "There's no way this cat's getting out of that cage." He's like, "Then you're not getting on the plane."
Okay.
And by this point, I'd frightened everyone around. I was crazy, and they would have been less freaked out if I'd had a bomb. I mean, I took this little cat out of the cage, and they're like, "Step back, everyone back!" And LaFonda was just freaked out.
I'll bet.
And I walked her through, and all she wanted was to get back into the box. But my biggest fear was that the cat's going to get away, and I'm going to be like in some.
You're gonna chasing her down.
Yeah, and I'm in a children's film. It's just a montage of me on the baggage claim, and, and it ends
nice
running through
It ends-
kitchens, down
it ends with you in a
gateways.
federal facility being sodomized.
Nothing more enjoyable. Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Wow.
Is that the sodomized bell?
What is
Yeah,
the- what's
Bottomized
the-
bell.
There it is.
What's nice about bringing Angel on is bully breeds are really gassy in general. If you
Are
know
they?
anything. Oh, they're very gassy. And there's no hair there to muffle, the smell and the sound. And so sometimes on the plane, she will just let it rip.
Yeah.
And it's real nice.
Do you look around and say, "Excuse me," or do you just point at the guy in front of you?
I just laugh because it's so unbearable. But now there's someone, because normally you've been asleep on an airplane with your mouth open and been woken from a dead sleep because you thought someone crapped on your face. Because, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And now that I have a bully breed,
Yeah.
I just go, well, There it is, everybody. Take that. Take that.
You need to give your dog Beano before you fly.
What's that?
I need to give me Beano before I fly.
Yeah, it's the same stuff you put on your food, and it prevents gas.
Isn't there something magic on planes that just that gas just evaporates? I always thought there was a magic to it.
Well, it doesn't. It actually makes it all the way to the back.
Yeah, it does. It makes it to that sleeping person with their mouth open.
Are you the guy that? Are you the guy that pulls the SBD that reaches up and turns off that fan thing?
I just think it works its way the entire length of the plane.
It does.
Everybody have their vent.
I'm not a stripper person. I don't go to strip clubs. No, I don't.
I know. They come to you, right?
Right. Well, kind of. So how I'm dating a stripper, I don't understand how that happened. And what happened was I met her outside of the situation. She's getting a little older to be that, and she said she was a writer. I met her at a social event. She goes, "I'm a writer," and I'm like, "Well, that's interesting. What do you write about?" She goes, "Well, I write about sex work, being a dominatrix, and stripping." And I'm like, "Why do you write about that?" She goes, "Well, that's what I do."
Oh.
So somehow or another, I just held on to writer. And
Fascinating writer.
Yeah, fascinating writer.
In case your mother's still alive and you have to tell her.
See, right.
Writer,
So now I'm dating a woman who who does dominatrix work. She spanks men and says that whole thing. And I'm not into that. That's not my bag.
Right.
I just like.
It's not my scene, baby.
It's not my scene.
No.
But I know that if I'm dating her, how am I not going to end up tied to a bed eventually? How am I
don't
gonna
know that.
Right? Because I'm like, well, this is what you do. Let's get
that'd be work
I
for her,
picture
though.
you tied to a ceiling fan and her saying goodbye.
Well, hold on, I'm writing that down. No, but here's what I could see. I go tied to ceiling fan.
Give her a good idea.
Yeah. Well, here's what I know. What'll happen is I'll end up tied to the bed. I'll be like, oh, no, I don't think I'm good with this. And she's gonna be holding a ball gag, saying the safe word is "marry me." Marry me.
Mark Maron is our guest.
Top show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hello?
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick.
Going to hold you to this. Going to do a song this hour. All
right, well, you know who's in charge.
Oh, you know what? You could do that AI song you did yesterday. It was really great.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You didn't do it You didn't do it earlier.
Brand new and out of the blue.
Yes,
no
sir.
setup
I
required.
loved it.
And no assembly required. Boom.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick, and this is Tom.
Here's some for Ace and for Josh.
Okay.
Hello.
Now, this is a little bit confusing. The letter, where did I put it? Here we go. It's the UFL now, right?
Correct.
Because it's so confusing. There was the USFL, the XFL. There's the NFL. That's the one everybody's heard of.
Is anybody watching the UFL?
Getting ready for championship coming up.
Well, that's what the letter is about.
Nope.
It says, hey, Tom, your favorite band, the Black Moods, is going to be one of the acts performing at the halftime show at the UFL championship game this Saturday.
Is it in Phoenix?
Thank you, David from Cedar Falls, Iowa. It is not. It would appear that I'm not exactly sure if this is correct. I believe it's at the Dome at America's Center, which I think is in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, though, from one coast to the other, America getting together for their UFL championship parties, they might as well take Sunday off because it's, we do have Sunday off. But oh, man.
This says Saturday.
We have the snack numbers, too. It says here more than 12 bags of chips will be consumed.
Unbelievable.
And
over
2-liter bottles of cola.
and 12 hot dogs.
Half a case of beer.
Unbelievable
Black
numbers.
Moods are worth seeing.
I'm not sure if it's going to draw because Birmingham's not there this year. So
Ace, is St. Louis a neutral site, or are they actually in the championship?
St. Louis is not playing a neutral site.
Okay.
Home of the Battlehawks.
Is the Battlehawks a UFL team?
Yes.
Okay. Just real out of curiosity, is a Battlehawk a thing? Is that a type of
I
bird?
don't know. I've never heard of it.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's a bird or an indigenous reference.
I think it's a bird, and they always are in army fights.
Struggle with
I thought
They have armor.
Christy is rapidly becoming our bird expert.
Well, I got a new bird feeder yesterday.
I heard. now,
bird, buddy.
Is this someone stole your bird feeder?
The raccoons stole my bird feeder.
Mission accomplished.
It's actually us. We come over every night and mess
Well,
with
now we have one with a camera in it. It's called the Bird Buddy. And
I'm telling you, have you seen these cameras?
I received it as a gift yesterday.
Because obviously there are those eagles that have been getting all the publicity.
You can have one at your house with a bird feeder that take unbelievable pictures of birds, like close-ups, and it's amazing.
And it'll recognize the same bird, and you can name it, and it'll alert you on the phone, and it'll go, Tom, the cardinal is back, and you can turn on your camera.
I'm hoping to be Pope someday, but I've been thinking about my papacy.
If you're sitting at home naming birds, waiting for Larry the Blue Jay, you need to get out of the house. And that's coming from someone who likes to be at his house, okay?
Yeah, I don't think I'll get that crazy.
Yes, you will.
Why wouldn't you?
I hope so.
You haven't?
I can't wait.
Now, we've been telling you, have you seen the movie with Steve? Is it Steve? Who I'm trying to think?
Martin?
Steve Martin.
No, I haven't.
Owen Wilson,
I know
Jack
what you're
Black.
talking about.
Owen Wilson. Yeah, that's it. Owen Wilson, Jack Black, Steve Martin, and it's called. Is it called The Good Year? What is it? The Big Year. Sorry, I saw
Big Year is an actual thing in bird watching.
Really?
I saw it several years ago. It's really good. It's one of you might call it a small movie. It's not like huge laugh.
Independent.
Is Jack
But
Black,
it's very good.
Jack Black in the movie going, oh, it's a big year. Yeah.
Not as much.
No.
No, he's pretty gentle.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
His dad is Brian Dennehy.
Jack can be really good. Did you see the movie where he plays the Undertaker?
I think
Yeah,
Jack's
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
very good.
That's
Bernie,
terrific.
Yeah.
That's great. And in any event, let's move forward here.
Shirley MacLaine.
We get letters on every topic here at the Bob and Tom program. And here's one. I casually said the other day that I really wanted to visit Vietnam.
Is this our letter segment?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Didn't I just say that?
No, you just started. Here's a letter. That's not introducing a segment. That's slapped together at best. That's just plain sloppy.
Sloppy radio.
Sloppy broadcasting.
It's careless. Some might even say irresponsible.
Yes. What about kids out there wanting to have their own radio show?
Ladies and gentlemen, not in honor of the great Sly Stone, a little bit of everyday people.
Boy, music just doesn't get better.
It's even mixed well. It sounds great.
The sentiment is as wonderful as anything.
And then it switches to this.
I can't do it. Every day.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, try that at home. Yeah, he was a genius. Sly Stone. Sadly, if you have not heard, Mr. Stone has passed away at the age of 82.
Mr. Stewart.
That's his real name.
Yes.
He had a child with B.B. King's daughter. I had no idea.
He flourished in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, Phoebe King is the...
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. BB and Phoebe?
Well, BB's daughter, Phoebe, yeah.
Is it possible for me to see BB's BB?
I don't know, but have you seen pictures of Phoebe King?
No. I have not. BB's daughter, Phoebe?
What's her handle on CB?
Does she have a CB? Phoebe CB?
No, and she released a CD.
Phoebe and the BB.
All right, stop it. I just changed the channel and I live here.
This is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh.
Are we doing our letter segment?
Dear show.
I was going to start with one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well.
I'll read mine after you read yours.
Do
you have a letter?
I had mentioned there's a couple of places I want to visit. Portugal is one of them.
Yeah, me too.
Go now and avoid the rush.
And
Hey, take the month off.
Yeah,
That's what you say to us. Yeah. Go fishing.
I hope you're ready to play your song in a second.
Which one?
Pick up your guitar.
Your AI.
When I ask you, I don't want you to act like we'd never talked about it. I don't want to.
We didn't talk about it. But
Yeah, we did.
We just talked about it.
Oh, I thought you meant before.
God, you got to stop medicating.
I love medication.
This is from a guy who is currently living in Saigon.
What does he have to say about it?
He loves it there. He goes, please come visit. Most Americans think of Vietnam just as a war, not a country. The truth is Vietnam is a great place, a rich history beyond the war, a very modern country now with an expanding economy and a bright future. The local people are very happy to have American tourists. So please come visit. You guys could do the show. You'd start in the late afternoon.
Oh, that sounds good.
Because P.S., it's a long plane ride.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It is.
And he sent a video made from his apartment. If we can see the Saigon skyline. We'll have to get on this and get this posted.
Wow.
But yeah, thanks for the letter. We really appreciate it from wherever you are. Now, our official beginning of the letter segment will begin now. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. And this is our letter segment, beginning with a letter written especially to Chick McGee. Go ahead.
Hello, show.
Yeah.
People are picking up on this. I saw a blimp over the weekend.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Does it say where?
That's from Alan.
Where is he?
I love it.
He says it's Al. It doesn't say.
Because
Good writer.
the Goodyear blimp is doing a whole bunch of ceremonial trips because it's the 100th anniversary.
Correct.
I can't think of waiting for Larry the Blue Jay to stop by and my bird feeder talk to me. I can't think of a odder topic.
So let's say
where's the blimp today?
Let's say you're in a car with somebody else, which I know is rare for you because you like to be by yourself. If you're in the car with somebody else, you're driving down the street, you look up and see the blimp. Do you say anything?
No.
You don't go, oh, cool, there's a blimp.
No.
At the very least, we go, oh, there's the blimp.
Oh,
I think. Point it out.
I think, oh, there's the blimp. I don't go, this is exciting.
Right.
There's the blimp. I don't do that like you would.
I do because
you're insane.
I have joie de vivre.
Yes, the love of life. That's what you have.
This morning I drove in and went, oh my God, look at the moon.
That was incredible.
I love it when there's
But it's not full. It's not full. Tonight it's full. Right?
It's close.
Tonight it's full.
Yeah.
Is it waxing?
Now, if I had seen the blimp pass before the moon,
Oh, that would be.
I would have bought a lottery ticket because, as you know, that's good luck.
99%. I have a moon indicator on my phone.
Yeah, very nice.
Why don't you go outside and take a picture of the moon for us?
99%. I can do, boss.
Leave your fob.
Okay.
Here's it says, Dear Philistines and Tom.
Oh, whoa! What are you, Tom?
We talked about things you should know by the age of 18, things you should be able to do.
I love this, Tom.
Knowledge you should have. Yep. They included changing a tire and stuff like that. Well, this man, Dave from Appleton, says, my 20-year-old daughter texted me that her car was out of blinker fluid.
Now,
her turn signal was burned out.
Oh, I love it.
And doesn't it, when that happens, it just stays on solid, right? Isn't that how
it will?
It indicates,
okay.
Or the older cars.
It depends what kind you get. Yeah.
Hopefully. Hey, if you're 20 and you've never had to deal with it.
But I think the notion of this is
that sounds like something God would say.
Absolutely.
The notion of this article was, Chick, you weren't here for this. It started with this woman named Catherine Johnson Martinko. I don't know how she pronounces her name. She has, I think it was something like 12 skills everyone should know, and then she got this huge response. But highlights would include driving a car and a boat, including a manual transmission. Right there, you've eliminated a lot of people. Oh, yeah. I like this one. Dancing decently enough to be able to participate at a wedding. I'm probably not going to be there.
A lot of these were straight out of how to win friends and influence people. Like they were ancient.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were.
How to darn a sock.
Yeah. Who needs to darn a sock?
How to write a thank you note.
I can do that.
That was absolutely on there.
Yeah. I call Amazon and order new socks.
Isn't that nice that you have new sock money?
Yeah.
Oh, well, natural fibers too, I bet.
Ordering from a menu with confidence, tipping appropriately.
You don't do that. You never order from the menu.
Occasionally I do. I often just ask the server.
You burden the server with your conversation.
We learned yesterday that...
Hey, we're going to be your favorite table. What do you recommend?
What does that tattoo stand
Vomit.
Yes,
vomit.
I know. So I always get my food first, and it's the best at the table.
Anybody ever tell you, damn, you look like Jack Elam?
With the lazy eye.
I try. When I do say that to people, I try to use dated references so they don't know.
This is an absolutely true story.
Are you familiar with Larry?
I never will stop telling it. We were at lunch. The server, a woman, comes over, and Tom announces to the table, 17 of us at least. Excuse me. He probably said something like sweetie or something, because that's how he talks to women. Has anyone ever told you look like NASCAR driver Jimmy Spencer?
Which was not a compliment.
Yes, but the resemblance was unbelievable.
I'm not arguing the point. It was the likeness was uncanny.
Yeah, I mean, she could have been.
But
if she'd said that's my twin brother, I would have said obviously.
I swear, the next week she had quit, and no one's seen her since.
There was there was a very sad.
He was with me at lunch He was with me at lunch. Tom was with me at lunch one time and said to the waitress, "Do you know you have very unusual looks?" Yeah, I know he meant exotic.
Yep, I've heard him do it. Yeah,
that came off wrong.
He's embarrassing, and it only feeds upon itself because he doesn't know he's embarrassing.
She did, but didn't she have an unusual look?
She had an exotic look. She was
very beautiful.
Yes, she was.
But she looked like she was from some exotic port.
You look like you could be a dog, but you can talk.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
You understand that?
Anybody ever tell you that?
So back to our chick, back to things you're supposed to be able to do by the time you're 18. Swim and tread water.
Yeah.
I can do both.
Yeah, get a car unstuck from the snow, depending on where you live. That's very valuable.
The key's rocking, right? I think the rocking.
And I say put cardboard or something under the tire. Have something that you can slide under that tire. Oh, yeah.
You're always ready, aren't you?
I got another cardboard.
Bag of sand in the trunk.
Cat litter, that's what.
There you go.
Yeah, both those I think are valuable to know. Here we go. Here's a good one. Know how to check the oil and wiper fluid levels in your car.
Well, now, wait a minute. That's gotten a little tough in some cars.
Well, you should learn.
Checking your oil.
Have you ever looked at your engine in your car? It's encased in
there are
logos.
But typically you can check the windshield wiper fluid fairly simply. There's often often a, what do you call it, an emoticon? What's that thing called? Like a little drawing of a
indicator?
Yeah, right.
Most cars have that now, but the larger point here is there are a lot of sort of adult things we need to do that maybe there should be a course in high school.
There should be, absolutely.
I got the greatest thing ever. Have you seen these jump start things that you keep in your car and it'll jump start your car like that?
I have.
Oh my gosh, it's changed my life. Because my little Figgy has a problem keeping her battery all charged up.
Oh, yeah.
And this thing, you just hook it on there, boom, it starts right up. It's amazing.
But in some cars, the place to hook it on is impossible to access.
Well, that you quit buying fancy cars. Buy an old car like mine. You wouldn't have any trouble.
Wait a minute. Anyone want to call the pot black? Any kettles around here?
What happened?
What? Being your second car. Okay.
Yeah. Not the second car. Take my second car. It'll be fine. Yeah.
What would Andy want to do with Christy's husband with jumper cables?
You have no idea.
What do you want to do with jumper?
I want to put them on her mouth. She wants to put them on my nipples. I don't know what to do.
Other things 18-year-olds need to know how to do.
I got to keep her away from that.
Vacuum thoroughly. And
vacuum thoroughly.
Sure, they should know how to do it.
Mop a floor.
How could who
doesn't know how to vacuum?
Who can't navigate a vacuum cleaner?
Godwin.
I can't.
See,
Pat's got a new one.
Pat, all these things he can't do. Pat's the one that called me from his apartment once and said he didn't know if he had gas heat or electric heat.
I still don't know.
See, I don't.
That's
you pay
the choice of having an apartment, though. Sometimes you don't need to know things like that.
Yeah, when you paid that gas bill, were you wondering what it was for?
Yeah, if you call the gas company and go, I don't know, I didn't know I had gas, they'll forgive your late payment.
Yeah, right.
How old is your son again? 14?
14, yeah.
Can he vacuum?
No, he doesn't vacuum.
But would he know his way around?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Are you teaching him to be a diva like his dad?
He's a bigger diva than I am.
Oh.
I don't know where he gets it.
Me either.
God. All right, we'll move forward here. Lots more interesting stuff coming up, including minor annoyances in life. And
I mean, like people under 18 annoyances?
No, just like things that drive us nuts that in the world that's collapsing really shouldn't be that bad, that big of a deal. Right now, I want to remind you that maybe annoyances have got you thinking, I need therapy. The Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a really interesting way to access therapy. It's about doing therapy online. We've been talking about the program. Jimmy Irsay was very active in a program called Kicking the Stigma. And it's about dealing with your issues and not being concerned about what other people think if you are having some issues and want to talk to a therapist or a counselor, whatever it might be. This is where BetterHelp comes in because the therapy is accessed online. BetterHelp.com is the place, and it is the largest online therapy provider in the world. I think the latest number I heard, latest number was about 35,000 plus therapists. And BetterHelp, like I said, the world's largest online therapy platform, and they have therapists with a variety of specialties. And you can get hooked up with one of them by visiting BetterHelp.com/BT show. Talk it out with a therapist. Bob and Tom listeners, by the way, get 10% off their first month if they visit BetterHelp.com/BT show. And again, the therapy done online. You can have a camera on like it's a Zoom call. You can have the camera off like it's a phone call. You can text back and forth if that's easier for you. It's about helping you where you are. So it's a lot more convenient because you can do it with your smartphone. You can do it with your desktop, your laptop, whatever. It's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. Be at your best. And if you've been thinking about therapy, this is a great way to try it out. And one of the big hurdles is removed because it's so simple to do it online. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, more things you need to know to be a man or a woman in this world of ours. Also, something just for Josh involving things you shouldn't do. That's right. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this remains the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, the comedy duo of Abbott and Costello are well known for their classic routine, Who's On First? But this, too, is hopelessly out of date. Here's my version with the help of Mr. Dean Metcalf.
Okay.
Hey, Abbott! I'm the new team doctor. You being the manager, you got to tell me what drugs the different players are taking.
Certainly. Well, who's on roids? What's on cocaine? I don't know's on meth.
That's what I want to find out.
I say, who's on roids, what's on cocaine, and I don't know's on meth.
Are you the manager?
Yes.
Well, then who's on roids?
Who?
I mean the fella's name.
Who?
The guy on roids.
Who?
What is the name of the guy on roids?
What is on cocaine?
No, I don't know what's on cocaine.
No, he's on meth.
Look, do you know who's on roids?
I'm telling you. Who?
The fella on roids.
Who?
What is the name of the guy on roids?
What is on cocaine?
I don't know. He's on meth! There I go, back on meth again.
All right, now calm down, calm down.
Listen, who comes up to me, tells me he wants me to shoot him in the ass. I take the syringe, fill it with roids. I shoot who in the ass?
There you go. That's the first right thing you've said all day.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
All right, so you know the players?
Forget the players. I need some heroin.
What did you say?
I need some heroin.
That's our shortstop.
Why I order?
End scene.
End scene.
Paul Mercurio.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
King Shark. King Charles was a young prince. He never thought he'd be king. Finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Shark. The Queen was his mama. Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Bucky Chuck. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Chuck, Chuck. Prince Andrew had his orgies. Chuck, Chuck. He's wild, that brother Andy. King Chuck, Chuck. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Prince Harry moved from good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Chuck, Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies. King Chuck, Chuck. And dressing up for ceremonies. King Chuck, Chuck. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. King Chuck, Chuck. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule, cause he's got the family jewels. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. King, but all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. King Chuck. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Horny Chuck. Said he'd like to be her tampon. Born in the royal palace, has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long, we'll have to write another song. King Will.
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
Thank you very much.
In any event, we'll be talking about some of those great acts coming to the Hoosier Lottery free stage.
Or not. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
In honor of
Sly Stone,
we should all do a boom shakalaka. Now, do you say boom?
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
I do say boom.
Yeah, you
What's
give it
it
the boom.
supposed to be?
I'm wondering if is it indeed boom shakalaka?
I believe so.
I think it is.
We need to. This is one thing I've been talking about for years.
Well, who's the expert on Boom Shakalaka?
Could we, with maybe a coffee table book of great nonsense lyrics in rock? Papa Ooh Mau Mau.
How about a coffee table book of all of your failed coffee table books?
Oh, that's a great idea. Like a guide to books that never got made.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrific. Thank you very much.
What is your number one go-to cameos in films? No one's done that yet.
I love that.
I know you do.
I
know. That just proves you're insane.
Or movies where actors play themselves.
Yeah.
Always like that.
It's very exciting when you see that.
There are some mistakes made with that.
Like Babe Ruth.
Remember Ocean's 12, where one of the big plot points is that Julia Roberts' character looks just like Julia Roberts?
Right.
And so they use that to their advantage. So you're telling me Clooney and Brad Pitt don't look just like Clooney and Brad Pitt? What are you doing?
No, I meant where, like in Pride of the Yankees, where Babe Ruth plays himself.
I remember Julia Roberts, I don't know who she's married to now, but was married to some guy named Danny.
She's still married to him.
It was like Danny Ocean.
Danny Motor.
So they thought she was married to Danny.
Yeah.
Ocean, not Danny.
Yeah, he was like a crew guy or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a cameraman.
Yeah, they like fell in love.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They're still married and have kids.
All right, now, could we get this song out of Mr. Godwin? Patty G has his guitar. And by the way, I forgot to ask you, Pat, have they decided on a name for your comedy special coming to Dry Bar Comedy?
No, they're still in the editing process.
What do you mean? Why are you asking this question?
Because he said...
It's up to you what anybody calls anything. We all know it. Why are you going through this facade?
I see what you're getting at.
Yes.
So you want, when he tells me what it is, I can say that's the wrong one.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, but he reduced it to 2, and you told me they were going to pick it that afternoon.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I have got no word.
What are the 2 that it was reduced down to?
Down to Steal My Identity and Patty G Rated.
You think there are 12 people just sweating in a conference room? Oh, God, we got to figure out.
And the guy, all right, let's look at it again.
This guy's a gold mine. We got to figure out. He makes so much money for us.
Put it up on the board. I still like Patty G Rated.
Well, tomorrow we'll come to a decision.
Well, but that's not the one. That's not the one Tom wanted.
Do you have any input at all, Tom?
No.
Other than he helps winnow down those 2.
Other than hating whatever they come up with.
The problem with Patty G Rated is not everybody knows that his nickname is Patty G.
I don't think Patty G is a good angle. Just call him Pat Godwin. I don't know why you do it.
I didn't do that. I just said it. That's not.
I've been Patty G since I was a
I don't
kid.
care for it. I don't believe it.
Again, I'm arguing with myself. I prefer the other one.
All right.
Can we just sing the song?
Yeah, I'm with Christy on that.
What about Lizard Boy?
Let's go with Lizard Boy.
I thought your nickname was Lizard Boy.
I've been calling you. Stop the silk screen.
I've been calling you Lizard Boy all my life.
What do you got for us, Lizard Boy?
Yeah. It's a Lizard Boy.
AI writes my emails. AI writes my texts. AI drives my car. AI provides the sex. AI does my taxes. AI rights my wrongs. AI does my girlfriend. AI wrote this song. Old McDonald had a farm. Now he's got to go. The corn plants by itself now. Machines run all day long. AI took the farmer's job. AI wrote this song. AI is my doctor. AI is my nurse. AI is responsible for this boring second verse. AI did my homework. AI did your mom. So don't go getting mad at me. AI wrote this song. ChatGPT is a country song on the radio. It's got love loss and drinking. It's no good, but it sure is long. Hey, that's my line. AI wrote this song.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Lizard Boy.
Yeah. LB.
Is that on your new album?
No, it might be.
Yeah, you should put that on there.
So coming up, eventually it'll be the Dry Bar Pat Godwin television special.
And Pat, I would like to apologize in advance. Your next live gig, people yelling, "Go get him, Lizard Boy." I apologize.
I will moisturize and I will change that.
Perfect. Okay.
Now we were talking. Chick missed our discussion about things you need to do by the time you're 18. Here's one, Pat. Now, can your son walk the dog and clean up after him?
Yes, he does that very well.
He just learned that.
11 days without an accident.
Yoo-hoo!
That's pretty good.
When you say, how about the dog?
3.
When you say walk the dog, is that a yo-yo term?
It is a yo-yo term, but in this case, he meant the actual pop.
Where you go like this and it comes back. Oh, that's good.
You know, Tom Smothers is the yo-yo man.
Oh, you sure?
I saw him do that.
I bet you did.
You've started.
Oh, I saw. No, God, the Smothers Brothers were.
Oh, God.
The purple. It must be nice to have no culture.
Mother always preferred the one. You know?
That's what I heard.
Mother?
Mom always
liked you best.
You know, she did the yo-yo, too. You know what they called her?
No.
Yo-yo mom.
Wow, that is sad. Truly sad.
Has Jimmy started dating a Kim yet?
No, he's probably been texting some.
Oh, my goodness.
Wouldn't that be great?
Tom, you have to tell us if that happens.
Oh, I will, believe me.
Wow.
Well,
that would just be so fun.
Once again, how many Kims have you dated over there?
Oh,
3.
I've lost count.
By the way, that's a first name, not a last. Godwin doesn't have a fetish.
Like other comedians that have been in here. I'm going to do.
That was a trend. All the comedians. It seemed like all the comedians.
We have a lot of
Asian ladies.
A lot of exciting things coming up today, including a special story for Josh.
Thank you.
Dental hygiene news and headline. Definitive ranking of 30 words for penis. Anyone want?
Any ranking as far as most popular?
I don't know if these are in order or not.
Are they all clean? Are they all radio friendly?
Except for one, I think.
Okay.
I'll go halfway down the list. Give me a number between 1 and 30, Josh.
Let's go 18.
Wow, you picked a doozy.
I can't believe if you looked at in front of me.
Does it rhyme with walk?
No, the only one I have marked as suspect is that one.
The only one that's like in boldface type.
Yes,
Weird.
I swear to God. Okay, give me any other number. Sorry.
We'll just go 17. We'll make it easy.
Tool.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Basic.
Is Tallywhacker on there at all?
No.
I've told you guys this. When I was a kid, we called it a dinkus.
Oh.
D-I-N-K-U-S.
I heard that a lot, too. That's not on here either.
Dinkus?
Yeah, there's actually one we can't do. And that we can do the one that was in boldface.
We can't do number 6.
Yep. You're right. Thank you very much.
You can do 18?
Yeah, we
I read it in
Yeah.
most states.
We'll come back.
I believe in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, 17.
Let's come back with 18.
Okay.
Tell them what it is.
We'll do just that.
Right.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the.
Oh, how I do get sentimental about me carefree days as a lad. We never had toys that were store-bought. We would improvise with things that we had. We made forts out of cardboard boxes. Yardsticks were swords or were spears. But of all these things, none gave the hours of fun like me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's gigantic brassiere. It was of the finest label, canvas, lace, and stainless cable. Me mother's gigantic brassiere. Yeah! Oh, I leapt from the roof of the garage, though I was but 6 or 7 years. Oh, I would have broke me back, but I clung fast to the straps of me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Wing nuts, cleats, and spoiler, brass grommets, and cup holder on me mother's gigantic brassiere. We tied the bra between 2 trees. The neighbor boys, they did declare. We ended the attack with 6 pumpkins and 2 cats flung from me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Delicate flower appliques, 8-track tape and safety chains on me mother's gigantic brassiere. One time we used it to slow down our dragster. or parasail behind our boat. Then there was the time it was used to airlift an injured skier off a treacherous mountain slope. But most I think of my father's pride when wash day it was done, as he hoisted it up the telephone pole to billow in the sun. Oh, me mothers, oh, me mothers, me mother's gigantic brassiere with an awning and screen door could sleep 2 family of 4. It's me mother's gigantic brassiere. Oh, me mothers, oh, me mothers, me mother's gigantic brassiere. Reinforced hydraulic winch, reflective tape, and 3-point hitch on me mother's gigantic brassiere.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
I'm Donnie Baker, and I'm going to be a pro baseball player. I swear to God I am. A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing. The fact remains, I'm probably the best player I know of. My Little League coach held me back because his son had a decent curveball. There's a certain range I've got, but I basically put my hopes in this. I had a full-ride scholarship to play ball at the University of Phoenix, but I had Tommy John surgery on both knees, so I don't... Can we stop now? I'm also a pitcher. I can pitch. I've got what they call a rubber arm. I can throw right-handed for days. I can throw left-handed for days. A lot of people, you know, I'm basically amphibious. So I've told coaches before, put me on the mound. The secret to pitching for me is I like to check the runner when there's nobody on base. Throws a hitter off. I swear to God it does. This is third base. I've been there before, but usually it was after proms, man. But I probably know more about the scoring position than anybody I know of. Basically, my knowledge of the game, I've been taught in different ways, but I've also invented things. I like to get my lead at third base backwards. That way the pitcher thinks there's nobody even here. It's a lot easier to steal home, and with my martial arts expertise, I've been trained at Discount Karate to scissor kick the catcher, and I could even break his karate artery if I had to. So there's no chance of a Pete Rose situation at home. I win it every time, especially if I got my Wolf shirt on.
Occasionally, I will sing in my stand-up act if I'm talking about a particular band thing. Like right now, I have, I kind of talk about the fact that, STP is getting back together. Scott Weiland.
Yeah, sure.
So I kind of do a mild dancing impersonation of him to prove that you have to be on heroin to dance like that. And and the fact that he's actually our generation's Keith Richards. If you've noticed, nothing will kill him. He's been kicked out of 2 bands because they thought he was going to die, and then he didn't die.
He didn't die.
He's still alive. I hear him, and they're like, whatever. Well, let's record another album. Who cares?
I like their music. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can all agree that that grunge is the one good thing that AIDS gave us. I think you can pretty much argue that. To be really, nothing explains the biggest left turn in the history of music like AIDS, because it literally was like 1 week we were like, don't want nothing but a good time. AIDS, I seem to recognize your face. Pour some sugar on me. AIDS. Me. You tell a generation of 13-year-olds that sex equals death, you're going to have them going, I deny.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or
electric, my friends. That's right. That's their new motto. Stay electric at the Generator Super Center. Ta-da!
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hi, chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Jeff Oskey joins us. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, sir.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick, and hello, Tom.
Dear Bob and Tom, Pat Godwin is doing a so-called dry bar show. Now, Pat, explain this to me. It's a
squeaky clean, like you're in a church or a corporate event. I couldn't even say hell. So we're naming the.
And now, Pat, what channel is that on?
You can find it anywhere on the internet.
But it's not out yet.
No.
And we're trying to title it. Someone said, how about calling it Cleanliness is Next to Godwinness?
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
But
It's not bad.
I don't think they'd allow it, though.
yeah, they wouldn't allow it. Yeah, because it's got God in it, and that. Now,
in sort of a mocking fashion.
Yeah, I see.
True.
Now, Mr. Oskey, what's happening over there?
Oh, nothing that I'm aware of.
I think I'd like to pick. I have a bone to pick, I believe.
With?
This is a little bit niche, I believe, is the term. Narrow casting for those that play the Connections game.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, what the hell?
Yeah, sorry.
Sunday that you had a problem.
Oh,
he has a problem.
Every now and then they'll
was Wordle on Sunday.
Oh,
okay. They'll
Wordle. They had the word admin.
Admin was a word.
So apparently, we're now doing abbreviations.
I think that's fair.
No
admin
kidding.
is so widely used.
Okay.
I think it's now fair.
Now a word.
Yes.
The angle with Connections is they make up categories. Like a couple days ago, it was like, these are precious metals with letters added.
Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff.
You can't do that.
And it was like golden, silver lady.
Yesterday was spelling bee rankings with a letter missing.
What?
I don't understand.
Yeah, it was.
Spelling bee rankings with a letter missing.
Yeah. It's very upset. In any event, we promised we'd come back with this. This is a list of in the English language slang terms for the male member.
Oh.
We can read all of the top 30 except for one.
Now, did you have one that when you were a kid, your mother and father used? Like your privates?
No, they never used privates.
Your hang down?
It wasn't a topic that came up very often.
No kidding.
My parents insisted that we all say the thickness.
I don't want to correct you, Tom, but these are actually the 30 weird and funny words. So they're not necessarily the most popular.
Mom, there's something wrong with the thickness.
All right.
Dad,
it's getting thicker, too.
Dad, I have to tell you, the thickness is itching.
And then everyone in the family, they were categorized by, is his lengthiness home for dinner yet? we don't sit down until his lengthiness
Honestly,
arrives.
we were a weenie family.
What were you?
Weenie.
Yeah.
No, I'm.
Yeah, weenie's not even on you.
I'm afraid we just used the term penis but it didn't come up. Didn't come up very often.
I don't think we ever discussed it, like ever.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think there was any words.
I shouldn't say this, and she might get mad at me, but hopefully she'll get over it. My daughter, we used medical terms as well, penis, vagina.
Yeah.
But she was real small, and she would put an F on vagina. So it was vagina for the longest,
That's sweet.
time. Even to this day, if something comes
Wasn't
up
that a
like
character in an Austin Powers movie or something?
A lot of vagina.
Yeah.
That made me laugh so much because it's based on the not so subtle pussy galore that Ian Fleming used in Goldfinger.
Yeah.
How he got away with that and why they let him, I don't know. You want to start at the bottom and go up, Christy, or the top and go down?
Sure, we should go bottom to the top, right?
Are you bottom or top?
Okay.
Oh, God.
I like when you start at the
Depends
top
on the
and work
day.
down.
Coming in number 30.
Third leg.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah. The old third leg.
29 soldier.
That's something I have not heard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sending in the little soldier.
Oh,
I think
Soldier Boy.
Don't use little soldier.
I think so. I think that's a little more England than
I
USA.
think some of these are kind of a bit British. Love Gun.
Of course,
Number
Kiss
28.
has the song.
Yep. Disco Stick.
Never heard that one.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there a song with disco stick in it?
Yeah.
I want to ride my.
Disco stick.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
Yeah.
Ride my disco song.
It says, I want to take a ride on your disco stick.
Is it a disco song?
Yes.
Please tell me Elevator Bone is in there.
No, it's not on here.
I love that one. That's my favorite one.
Number 26, Organ.
Right.
Number 25, Bratwurst.
Nobody just says, "Oh, my bratwurst."
Yeah, that one
She kicked me right in the bratwurst.
Number 24, Banana.
No.
I mean,
23, Rooster.
Nope.
oh, I see. Yeah.
But see, the one that we can't say is
Is
the
number 6.
variation on
but
that one.
Yeah. Number 22, Trouser Snake.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's British
We've
as
heard
well.
that.
Yeah, I've heard that, but
Monty Python.
rarely would that come up in conversation.
The trouser snake.
Yeah.
One-Eyed Monster.
Sure.
Number 20 is to put a name to it, like Dave, Peter, Mike, Steve.
Is it John Thomas?
There's no John Thomas
Oh,
on
okay.
here.
Peter is the most common of
Yeah, of
those, I would
course.
think.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone call it my Dave.
What about short for Richard? I think that's the most common.
But that's coming up. That has its own category.
That is its own, yeah. Number 19, Meat Stick.
Yeah.
I've heard in the military, people call like private meat stick. Get over here, meat stick, or something like that.
Ah.
No?
Really?
Okay.
Oh. Number 19. Okay. Now, no one's ever said this ever. Purple-headed yogurt slinger.
I have heard it.
No.
But it was people kind of doing what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
If yours is slinging yogurt, you better go see a doctor.
No joke.
No, it just means you're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, if it's...
That's what
Never
they're
heard of a
referring to.
yogurt slinger? Guy goo, man?
No, I've never heard
If you
yogurt
find
slinger.
fruit in it, then you go see it.
Yeah.
That's when you have
And
to.
you got
I
a
see.
problem.
Yeah.
Number 17, Tool. We've all heard that. 16, Thing. Now, this is really British. Todger?
Yes, it is
Oh, yeah.
very British.
You old Todger.
I've never heard that
one.
Todger.
I heard tosser. That's another negative British term.
Pisser.
I've heard that on the word used
Different
in a
ways.
different context.
I'm not
I've never
Like
heard anybody-
if something is difficult, they would say, "Oh man, that was really a pisser,"
Yeah.
Right.
which I've never understood, by the way. Do you
I don't get
understand?
it either.
No, I don't really know, but
And that I've used to hear that a lot more than I do these days.
Number 13, Wang.
Yeah,
12, Dong.
sure.
yeah, that's a good one.
11, Schlong.
All right.
Yep.
Huh.
10, Sausage.
Sausage.
Usually only in the context of like it was a sausage fest, meaning there were a bunch of guys there.
Yes.
Number 9, Wiener. All heard that. Number 8, Weenie.
Okay. My family was in the top 10.
Yeah, you were.
Wiener and weenie are
Same.
The same.
Yeah, same. Absolutely.
Number 7, Knob.
Yeah, that's also quite
I like
British.
I like knob.
Slob and knob.
I can't say number 6, but it's another word for rooster.
It's the rooster variation, usually followed by the word sucker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 5.
Yeah, he really hit it home, didn't he?
Or a doodle do.
Yeah.
Much more.
Congratulations.
Go the doodle do, yeah.
No, hang on. I'm still kind of fuzzy on what this word that we can't say is comes. What word is used with it?
It would be.
What is it?
In a crossword puzzle, it would be blank a doodle do. I think would be the best way to do it.
No. That's not what you
And
said
Johnny
earlier.
Dangerously, it would be cork sucker.
Yes, very good. An underrated movie.
Number 5, Equipment.
Yeah.
Number 4, Package.
Yep.
Number 3, Dick.
I like package.
I think that's the most common.
Yeah, that's
I think in America,
The number, what?
Dick, I think
Yeah.
is the most common.
2, Phallus.
That's a little too medical.
That is
Very,
medical.
very.
That has no
And number 1,
personality.
Willie. So
That's
that's
very
really
British.
Yeah.
Hello, Willie.
Willie?
Yo, Willie.
And I wish Willie were here, my son.
He hates that.
Well,
Why would he go by Willie then?
I don't don't think he likes Willie, does he?
Yeah, it's his
I mean,
name.
no, he loves his name, but I don't think he likes
also-
being referred to as a
Go
as
by
a penis.
Liam. It's there waiting
Right.
for him.
it's too trendy.
Tallywhacker.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe Tallywhacker's not on there, especially.
Tallywhacker should be on there.
That's always good.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it Standing Hampton?
Yes. But that's for an erect penis.
I prefer snot hose. Anybody else? No?
By the way, we won't be taking phone calls on this because one can only imagine.
We will take emails.
Mr. Peepers, is that on there?
Mr. Peepers?
Mr. Peepers. Does anybody know what or who Mr. Peepers is?
No.
I know.
Of course not.
There's one from SNL that I know this is too modern a reference.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Chris Kattan character. He was a kind of a monkey man, and he would eat.
No.
Right.
Who's Mr. Peepers?
Wally Cox.
That's right.
In a TV situation comedy in the 50s.
Yeah, but
50s.
Well, how does that refer to a man's penis?
Yeah,
because his last name was Wally Cox.
Oh,
I see.
Oh, okay.
A doodle do.
Sucker.
Right now, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show brought to you by the Silac Insurance Company. As most of you know, the stock market's on a roller coaster ride.
It's crazy.
Up recently, can go down and up. The whole point of this is when it comes to your retirement funds, maybe countering that volatility would be a nice idea. This is what annuities are all about. And the Silac Insurance Company, the annuities experts. What are annuities? Well, it's designed to protect your retirement funds. You can have a reliable annuity payment when you want them. If when you retire, you want to get paid every month, well, great. You set it up that way. And with an annuity, the payments will keep coming, and you cannot outlive your money. So see what I'm talking about by visiting silacins.com, and that's SILAC, the Silac Insurance Company, silacins.com. Find out some restrictions apply, I should say. See if they apply to you. But learn more. An easy way to get that annuity information is to take your phone and just call this number, pound 250, and say the keywords lifetime income. That's pound 250, say lifetime income, and find out about annuities. And now when you quit working, you can still get a pay-in every month. You can see Chick McGee talking about this if you go to bobandtom.com or once again silacins.com or just call pound 250 and say the words lifetime income. And once again, you can't outlive your money. So you'll breathe easier knowing that when the time comes, you'll still be getting that paycheck. Plan on it, live on it with the Silac Insurance Company. Now, coming up, we have just some really interesting stuff in the news, including a special thing for Josh involving something that happened. That's all I'm going to say. We also have another update on dentistry today.
Remember, coming up, something that happened.
An incident. There was an incident. Plus, we have a very interesting story about what you can and cannot snack on while in the grocery store, according to experts. I know this is a big topic on this show.
Fair game. What about the bulk food aisle? That's fair game, right?
Eat it before you pay for it.
We're going to find out.
Radish every time.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Strapping on a guitar. Now, what are you going to play your new one here?
No, I'll play a new one.
Okay.
I'm not like Haywood. I can't write a song about 2 minutes, but
I know, but you had a really good one you played last time. I really liked. There we go. That's working.
Wayne had a wreck with a big old buzz. And you couldn't tell what kind of car that was. He rolled it in a field where he turkey hunts. That's 4 total cars in the past 6 months. But Wayne must not have learned his lesson yet. He just stuck a handicap tag on a black Corvette. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette? Colostomy bag and the cast is still wet. A shattered left leg with his neck in a brace. Wayne's trying to get to heaven in a high-speed chase. He's squealing tires and won't turn around. Got on a damp diaper and a hospital gown. Doing 120 in black fiberglass. Got a nurse on call and a cop up his ass. On 14 prescriptions for a compacted desk. Wayne's doctor's worried and his wife is pissed. And the news chopper chasing him up in the air. Wayne could give a damn about Obamacare, and his Allstate agents getting all upset. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette?
Amen.
Let's do the big Bruce Springsteen in it.
Tim Wilson.
There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Kay, it's over. We have to break up. I'm breaking up with you. I have met somebody else. It's just better for me. Java House, peel and pour pods. I mean, you peel, all right? You pour the Java House cold brew into a cup of hot water, and in less than 10 seconds, voila. Amazingly smooth, barista quality. You don't have this. And you're a lot of work. Frankly, it shouldn't be this much work. I've stuck by you, you know that. When you were broke, it's not easy to say, but I just have to tell you, you're gross. Java House offers me so much more, not just coffee, teas, energy drinks. I appreciate you taking this as well as you are. I was worried you'd be all steamed up about this. That's disappointing. Perhaps I gave you too much credit. It's over, and I'm keeping the cats.
Java House, amazingly smooth cold brew coffee. Enjoy barista quality coffee in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. It's effortlessly easy. In fact, the hardest thing about Java House, well, that'll be figuring out which one of their many great beverages to try next.
You don't have to watch this.
Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob Biggerstaff. Are there a lot of
Biggerstaff
Biggerstaffs?
is my last name.
Yeah.
It's a German name. It means probably going home alone tonight.
Do you get the porn jokes with that one?
Always.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Is your middle name looking for a?
You know what? I was doing...
Looking for a, that
Bob
looking for a Biggerstaff.
I wish you had a.
That wouldn't be good.
I wish
I got it.
Wish I had a.
Get this. I'm doing a show a couple weeks ago. Girl comes up to me after the show. She's like,
wow.
Yeah, hot chick. Amazing.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Play along.
Yeah. Then what happened?
She's like, Biggerstaff. She goes, that's my last name too. And she shows me her license. Right? She's like, we've got to be related. She's like, we're gonna party tonight.
Oh yeah.
And one of the other comedians is like, hey man, I think you got a shot with her. I'm like,
long lost.
I don't know. You know, when the conversation starts with "we've got to be related," probably not going to end with me having sex with her.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm going to try.
Sure. Yeah, because you're a guy.
Sure. Right.
I know how these things end.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Stay positive.
Yeah, first cousin or not.
Yeah,
that's a myth. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, Roy Wood Jr., you are a junior, obviously.
Yes.
When you went into showbiz in the beginning, you had the option of going with Roy Wood or going with the Roy Wood Jr.
I started in '98, and that was like the back end of the Def Jam boom and the comic view boom for black comedy. So every black comic was named after.
Good. Doing real well.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's Christy Lee.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, chick.
Jeff Oskey is here.
Hello.
Hello. Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Hello, Tom.
Hey, how's it going?
Are we going to talk about Jeff's problem? Did
Very
you
good.
hear what happened to Jeff Oskey?
You've got a problem, Tom.
No, I was.
He lost
you know-
all your pants.
And you know how free you are with advice.
He had a laundry accident.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah, he tried to go find me some pants in a back room somewhere. He's like, I got like 40 pairs of pants.
got 'em
laying
everywhere.
around.
You did a load of pants with an ink pen in them?
Yeah, and ruined all the. But that will teach me never to be motivated. I got up Sunday morning at 6 a.m. I'm like, I'm going to get a jump on the day. Gathered all my clothes from the week and ruined them all.
You got to check the pockets, bud.
Are you a ruined guy or a ruined guy?
I ruined. I ruined.
Oh,
you're Bob Dylan.
Now, I can't really help you there.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't? No pants?
Well, you are the captain of laundry.
Yeah,
What do you
you've
mean?
got tons of pants.
I don't think you can get
those are done.
Permanent ink out.
No, they're done.
Maybe you can dye them all black.
I'll hit Meyer on the way home. And
Have you
pick up-
ever successfully dyed a piece of clothing?
No.
And,
Me either.
yeah, I hear a lot of people try it, and evidently this tie-dye thing.
They end up dyeing their washing machine. We were discussing this list from England of slang terms for the male member. I think they may have left a few out. Someone mentioned a tallywhacker, which I think is very British.
Mm-hmm.
Pud.
Pud?
Is that?
I've heard pud.
And I always wondered in the bubble gum if that was what they were going after. There was a character named Pud.
I believe one of Bazooka Joe's friends is named Pud.
Yes. Pork sword. That was Donnie's favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Hog.
Hog wasn't in there.
Yeah. Hang down. Isn't that one of yours, Chick?
Love.
The hang down.
What if it hangs up?
I'd never heard this one. I don't.
That's elevator bone. Man.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard either of these next two. That these claims that they're real. Paste thrower.
Oh no, I haven't heard that either.
Good reason we haven't.
Or I don't. Or a rope shooter.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
When did you think,
The Simmons
hey,
slinger.
I'll share both of these?
But wouldn't you say
I'll
also?
occasionally say throw and rope.
Will you?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's real fun.
It always makes me laugh.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's great.
But I mean, in a romantic situation, none of these would be.
No, you don't want to. Yeah.
Hey,
But
honey.
dirty talk can be quite.
Yeah, but that's
titillating,
silly.
yeah.
If you start talking like that, I'd laugh.
You would?
Yeah, you don't need to go
Yeah.
slang so
No.
much.
You got to be a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that was so offensive in the first one. Yeah, I mean, in a romantic, you're not going to see in a rom-com. Well, that was really interesting what happened last night when you grabbed my purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's not going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's an American list that a lot of them are the same, but a couple new. Johnson, that's super common. Mm-hmm. I think that's right up there. Junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, they forgot that one.
Yeah, that's a big one. Pecker. Huge.
Right.
I think.
Right.
Huge pecker.
I think top 10. Oh, thank you.
What's that? What's the joke where the problem is Pecker's on his face? What is that?
I don't know, but
Is that a bird?
It's got to
or
be. Yeah.
something? That's a problem.
My nickname's not on there for my.
Oh, what is?
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
I've written a song about it.
Oh, really?
It's 25 seconds
Oh,
long.
my God.
He expresses himself in song.
I express myself through my instrument.
Oh, one for each millimeter.
I express myself through my instrument, and when I'm done with that, I pick up the acoustic guitar.
Hello.
And I write. Meet Mr. Happy, shake 'em real good. Greet Mr. Happy, oh, he'd stand up if he could. Oh, some days he's wood, some days he's rubber, and some days he lays there under the covers. Mr. Happy, say goodbye, and wink with that one good eye. Oh, I screwed it up, but the sentiment was Mr. Happy, yeah. Or little Elvis.
You ever call him the cousin finder?
What?
Hang on a minute.
He always seems
Wait
to
a
know when a
minute.
cousin's around.
I like that very much.
At the family reunion.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Remember Johnny's song?
Oh, yeah.
I took
brought a condom.
I took a rubber to the family reunion. That'd be your cousin finder. Oh boy. Okay, so sorry. Time to move forward here. We haven't done any sports yet. I'm sorry.
We haven't done any letters yet.
Okay.
We did like 2 letters.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got about it?
Good morning, show.
Morning.
Catching on.
He hates it.
Mineral spirits, denatured alcohol, and some elbow grease should take glue right up off your stone.
Oh, no kidding.
And I think I've tried all these, and it's not going to help.
Really?
What kind of glue did you get on your stone?
It's some sort of glue from the backing on tape or something, and it won't come up.
Goo Gone didn't work?
Mm-mm. I don't know what it is, man. Hey, goofballs, my name is Daryl.
Hi, Daryl.
I lived in Germany for 24 years. While there, one of the best meals I had was PFERDEKLOPSE. That's right, Ferdy Klops. It's a large meatball made of horse meat.
Wow.
Ugh.
I was there on vacation back in November and had one again. It was delicious.
All right.
We're talking about horse meat.
Horse meat shouldn't it be Ferdy Clip Clops?
Possibly. For comedic purposes.
Yeah,
maybe.
make it a little lot easier to not order when you see it on the menu.
Oh, here we go. You were talking about horse meat. This is from Todd with 2 Ds. You're talking about horse meat earlier. I can't eat horse. It gives me the trot.
Oh, yeah.
We did that yesterday.
You did that yesterday?
Yeah.
Totally missed it. And dear chick, once while taking my family to the zoo, we were heading to board the tram. A large black and white peacock decided to chase me down. I didn't know there were black. Well, it must be a female.
Yeah, pre-1967.
Right.
NBC.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Now, why didn't I think of that? Now in color. The fastest creature in the zoo that day was this overweight, middle-aged white guy being chased by a peacock.
Yeah, this must be really common. I got another letter from a guy I don't have in front of me.
Being chased by a peacock?
Bitten by a screaming, crazed peacock.
Whoa.
And once again, this is accurate.
And we had a article about a peacock. Well, how much damage did, like $2,500 damage to a car?
Yeah.
Which I don't believe, but
it pecked the car.
Well, these days you put a small dent in it, and they have, get to replace the door and the window and the.
Yeah, it's all insurance or whatever.
Oh, okay, very good. Very good. Oh, God. Once again,
you ain't got no letters over?
Josh angers the world. Yeah, I thought we were. But if you didn't want to get to sports today, that's okay.
That's all right. We'll get there.
Let's see. My apologies. I don't get to hear the show live. In regards to the sheep intestine condom on display in Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
This was last week. I don't know if you were here for this, chick. There's a museum in Amsterdam that has a 200-year-old condom that has
an etching on it that's very disturbing, especially if you're of any religious faith, especially Catholic, because there's a nun in 3.
This is from Stephen. He's an airline pilot, so he tends to listen to the show when he can. He goes, you guys did not talk about this history. The Irish were the first to use sheep intestines as condoms.
Is that right?
But the Scots were the first to remove it from the sheep prior to use. Steve, a pilot in Louisville.
I like it.
I see.
Yeah, see what he's implying there.
Yeah.
He's apparently a Scot. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much. Hey, hello. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Let's grab a couple of bits of sporting news, shall we?
Florida Panthers lead the Stanley Cup final 2-1 now after beating the Oils last night in Sunrise, Florida, 6-1.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's a rout in hockey. Game 4 Thursday night at Florida.
Or a very weird overtime.
Yeah. Hey, aren't we supposed to stop?
I heard a explanation of it. It's possible to score 1 point in an NFL game. Something about a blocked kick and you return it.
Yeah, we
wow.
had that.
Really?
It would look like a safety, but if it's during an extra point try, it only counts as 1 point. So you could have a game 17-1.
Or 1-0.
Or 1-0.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But remember we had that statistical piece about scores that had never occurred in an NFL game, and you got all mad about it.
No, I didn't get all mad about it.
God.
It went
Here we
exactly
go.
the way I thought it would. It's called Scoregami. It's a website where they keep track of final scores of NFL games, and when a final score pops up that's never happened before, they put it on there, and it's called Scoregami, and I knew you would find it fascinating.
Well, that's because people of a certain intellect find anomalies like that fascinating, whereas others who are
Dim?
Primarily interested
Less than bright?
in their purple-headed yogurt shooter.
Light of brain?
Walking around in life with his left blinker on? This, that, and the other? You did not give me a world record. You did not give me anything but grief.
And you're complaining?
Oh, I have a world record.
I
son.
have nothing. You have a world record?
I do.
Well,
Stupid world record.
You threw a fit about Good Morning. I'm going to throw a fit about you not reintroducing it.
Yeah, you powder about Good Morning.
Such a
I've
baby.
tried to make it clear. I don't know.
I threw a fit. I'm sorry. God, I hope one of our affiliates doesn't start speaking German. We're going to have to speak German
I said
for
it
everybody.
the other day, too.
Good God.
I thought this was
What do you think of that? That's Bruce.
I thought this was so stupid I wouldn't do it, but here you go.
All right.
A man in Switzerland has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest time in full body contact with
ice?
Possum. Snow.
Okay. I was closest without going over.
Yes.
Wearing a pair of shorts, Elias Meyer spent 2 hours and 7 seconds covered in snow.
Oh, boy. Chilly.
That can't be safe. Right?
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, I thought that one of the codicils in the fine print was you had to survive. You know, highest leap from a plane without a parachute.
They do.
Oh, you have to win? You have to live?
They get upset if you talk about records of people who've died. The Guinness people.
He laid face down on the ground while snow was shoveled onto him in a pile 3 feet high.
Man.
He beats the previous record of just over 45 minutes. Once again, Mr. Meyer was covered in snow for 2 hours and 7 seconds.
Sucks.
I imagine after this, also the record for the world's smallest standing Hampton male member.
It's an innie now.
Yeah. Talk about blue balls. Blue balls, nothing.
Would you ever do the polar bear outing?
Polar bear plunge?
It's funny because
it's supposed to be really good.
The gym that Christy and I go to, they have this, what do they call that thing?
Cold plunge?
A cold
plunge.
This bathtub full of ice cold water. And one of my buddies does that all the time. I don't know if I can. I need to talk to my cardiologist.
I think in this case you're not.
And no matter what my
try it. Give it a shot. Let's see how.
And no matter what my cardiologist says, I'm going to say he said no. So I'll say to him, Dr. H, look, I have this buddy that wants me to get into cold. You're going to tell me not to do it, right? And then I kind of won't listen.
Yeah.
I told you about this. I like a real hot shower in the morning and then get out and it's an air. I don't want to brag, but I have air conditioning.
Oh, good for you. That's
and
nice.
in home. Oh yeah.
Well, one of Josh's brothers and I.
Oh, not in a window?
No.
Oh.
No.
We do the cold shower.
Yeah.
Perceived adversity. I'm up to 40 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Your brother
man.
does three
Wait a
minutes.
minute.
Right?
So you guys do this together?
Yes.
Does that pause the erections?
Yes.
What is perceived adversity?
Yeah, what the hell's that?
I'll ask you because I
have
hope
to get the shivers. You have to really get cold. Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the term perceived adversity.
That's what the benefits of sauna and ice does to you.
How long are you supposed to?
So it's your body trying to acclimate as quickly as it can to what it perceives as
all this good stuff.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
And then when does the heart attack occur?
It could happen anytime.
I see. Okay, good to know.
It is really healthy for most. Yeah.
Again, I prefer not doing it.
Well, that's fine.
But now I wonder if this guy took a pee in there.
What?
In the snow?
Was one missing?
I think that would be cheating.
Yeah, the guy. Once again, the guy lies down. They put 3 feet of snow on him, and I guess they give him an air tube, and he stays down there for 2 hours plus. Would that?
What was he wearing?
Just shorts. It says
almost nothing.
You know that this is interesting. I forgot. As you know, the indigenous peoples, the Inuit.
No, of course.
Yes, they have. When they saw this, they have 500 words for idiot. Oh, man, get in snow with shorts. We have many words for that.
Hey, Tom. What?
Inuits, I don't think speak.
That's a distant.
What broken English are you using?
That's the distant offshoots of the Inuits.
Yeah, very distant.
Called a whitey boy.
So far, ancient Chinese secret and now this.
Yeah.
They do say if you're trapped in snow, get naked and huddle with whoever you're with.
What?
Take your clothes off and
You're supposed to.
let the
Skin on
body
skin.
heat. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Skin to skin.
Oh.
So that's something. I mean, if you're alone, I don't know.
And I read that. It was in the Playboy Advisor. And if you're with Miss January.
Would you do that with another fellow, Josh?
To live, yes.
To live.
Yeah.
Would you do that with me?
Yes.
To live.
Do you go front to
live?
front, back to back,
Yeah,
or
how do you sleep
spoon?
there?
I would.
Spoon, right?
I'd go front to front so we could kiss.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
And then eventually.
I didn't know what I was looking for.
Eventually squirm into back to front so you could feel his
That was
tool.
fine business right there.
I think it's time to do anything but this. Coming up, do we have more sports or do we get that?
I'll have to take a look.
Okay. We do have something I've been promising all morning, which is something that Josh did. Oh, thank you very much. I stand corrected.
Not safe.
And we have more dental hygiene news. This is the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studio, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, when you first got out of the Marines, didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right. When you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once. And the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake, hole, or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg Hunt.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single?
How would
Just
that
some
work?
vows, you know. Do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish? Yeah! Yeah! Never have a ride to or from the airport? Yeah! Sign me up! Parked in lot 88Z, schlepping your stuff.
But I want to clarify for Christy, because I know Christy's a big Catholic, and I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy as a kid, and I think Jesus is a great role model, but I think he's kind of like the popular guy in high school where everyone says they're his friend, but he wouldn't name you as one of his best friends. Like if you asked him who his best friends were, he'd be like Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Matt Damon. And you'd be like, what about Mike Birbiglia? He'd be like, I feel like I'd recognize his face if I saw him, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Jesus has a lot of Twitter followers.
He does.
Actually,
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a wedding agreement I'm putting together right now. I've been writing it over here. The girl's gonna have to sign this before I get married.
Okay.
Number
what do
one,
you have? Yeah.
at no time will your rear end be wider than your shoulders. Okay. Number two, your eyebrows will number 2. Normal size, not super skinny or painted on, thus reflecting mental illness.
It's all making good sense so far.
So far, keep going,
We will have a dog for me to play with and for you to care for. Same with children.
By the way, Greg is serious about that. We have had that conversation where you don't say that in joke form. No. You don't do your version where you've said to me, I want a girl to marry who we can get a dog and she'll take care of the dog when I go on the road. And that's one of your prerequisites.
And pick me up at the airport in your SUV.
You've had this conversation.
Why limit it to an SUV? Why not a limo?
Because you want to drive it.
Limo's a good idea, Bob. Good idea. I like limos.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, Hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SILACINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Christy and I were talking about a dream date, and I thought we would maybe
with each other, maybe for the first time ever.
Maybe it might be easier if I sent my assistant on the date with you, and then she could tell me if we had a good time or not. And then
that's exactly what
I see that coming.
Never mind. Now, do you turn your phone off?
I put it on vibrate.
And where is it?
It's in my purse usually.
Okay.
I mean, I don't look at it. I wouldn't.
Okay.
But you have to keep your phone on.
Oh, yeah, come on.
No, not only
answer it. Hold
he's
on.
wearing the Bluetooth during dinner.
That's completely false.
Absolutely. This is important. Hold on.
Completely false. I almost never answer my phone.
All right.
Very, very rarely.
Yeah, I don't. No.
All right. So you got that, unless, of course, it's one of your kids, right?
Well, that's the thing. I look at it.
Yeah, but you got 5. 4 of them could call at any time.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 calls are from your kids. You know that.
Yeah. 6 out of 10.
Which happens 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
The other 4 are wrong dials.
And chances are you're going to have to go pick up one of them, so that means I'm going to be sitting there by myself for a while.
You're bitching at me already. I haven't even answered the phone.
So there you go.
What would be your opening salvo conversationally? What would you open with if
I've known you all half my life.
What do you do for a living? Mm-hmm.
Say you didn't. What would you? Would you ask me something, or would you start telling me about your life?
No, let's not do that. No, let's just approach this like you two, the two people that you are. What would you talk to
Let's stay in reality.
So we go.
We talk about?
You know, I've never thought of you romantically.
Well, we have 2 hours to kill. Let's talk about what's wrong with Chick.
Wow.
Let's talk about how you
sex, baby.
Yes, sex. How you like it.
How do you approach it?
Well, see, now we had how you
going to approach it, Tom?
See, now we had the list of first date turnoffs.
How you going to crack this code?
Come on.
Here we go.
How are you going to get those ankles on your shoulders? That's what I want.
Yeah, because see, not on this list from USA Today. Mismatched clothes, 36% first date turnoff, and you go up the list, and body odor, 94%. I'm clean, I have no body odor. But my pet peeve of first date turnoffs, women who don't put out.
Wow.
Hello?
Hey, it's Tiger.
Oh, hey, Tiger. What's going on, man?
I need you to do me a huge favor.
Yeah, sure thing, man. What do you need?
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe call me.
What? Oh.
If you can, please take your name off that.
Are you me? She knows about us? Oh, man, this is bad. This is really bad.
Just have it as a number.
Oh, boy.
She hasn't seen the photos yet, has she? Tiger. You still love me, right?
Okay, yeah, do this for me.
Please tell me you still love me. Tiger? Tiger? Hello? Hello?
In the rest home.
Welcome back
Oh, God.
to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jeff Oskey, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick.
Hello.
We have to get back to our letters segment.
All right.
I've got a bunch of them here, including one that's very interesting. We'll start with this one. This is from Jason in Kearney, Nebraska. Kearney.
You mean like people who work at the carnivals?
You're not going to do your Jackie Gleason.
Oh, he wants an Art Carney reference.
Oh, Art Carney. Jane Keene.
Jane Keene. That's the one I love.
No one knows what that is.
Even I don't.
That's why I did it.
Sheila McRae.
Okay.
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
You don't want people to listen.
Jason in Kearney, Nebraska writes, do you know that if you listen to Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven backwards, you will hear Chuck Norris banging your sister?
There's something about that I like. It's so non sequitur.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I didn't laugh.
That's a thinker.
Have you ever heard any backward recordings like that ever made sense to you?
No.
And be honest about it.
Oh, I did a whole piece on this once, years ago.
Was it for a course or something?
It was for a news story.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of real ones and then a bunch of ones that you can imagine.
There are some real ones where they sat down and that was their intention.
Oh, of course, yeah. There are some where you can take you could take a vinyl record back in the day and take your hand and play it backwards.
Yeah, Paul is dead, intentional or not?
I don't think it was intentional.
I don't think any of these are.
I'm with you.
Anything that was done intentionally.
But even after it came out that this was a thing, no band went.
Weirdo.
Yeah,
People got high and just
Josh is correct. Once someone heard that, "Turn Me On, Dead Men."
Right.
Yeah.
"Turn Me On, Dead Men." That was just an anomaly.
We have a bit.
Yeah,
Did
Turn
we
Me
have a
On,
guy
Dead
that
Men.
did
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
But there's a thing on the internet that whatever phrase you're looking at, that's the phrase you'll hear.
Right, of
and
course.
That seems right with the backward masking.
But
thing.
a band eventually went, "Hey, let's put one on our album."
Yeah, that's
Right.
Yeah.
All right, maybe.
Yeah, I'd have to. I did it many years ago, and there was a huge controversy about it, and there were some folks that were claiming that if you put so-called backward masking, that people would actually they would somehow absorb it.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, subconsciously.
Yeah, so which I think one could pretty much prove rather quickly scientifically that's not going to happen.
There's nothing to subliminal messaging
backwards.
No, just in general.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's got to be almost
Just in
impossible.
general, you don't think there's anything?
No, I think there is.
Oh, I
backwards. No.
absolutely.
Yeah, backwards has to be.
I think
no.
there's subliminal messaging.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
But we'll find. I think we can find the one Christy just mentioned. What?
Nothing.
I didn't say anything.
You're asking me to do three things at the same time. I can't do one.
What? Yeah. I don't know if subliminal messaging is real or not. Service job.
Chick is God.
Buy our new T-shirt.
We don't have one.
I know. Whoops.
Make us get a new T-shirt.
Wait a couple weeks and we'll have a new T-shirt for you, please.
Okay.
The subject of Jell-O salad was brought up in this program.
Hate Jell-O salad.
Sometimes known as ambrosia
we
salad.
revisited this topic.
I hate Jell-O salad. Because
I don't need it either.
As a kid, that would be one of those things that, hey, Mom, what's for dessert? And we have Jell-O
What is your
salad.
favorite salad? The Caesar?
As an adult, yeah, I eat
Like
Caesar salad with either salmon or chicken on it.
Like a Waldorf?
What about a wedge?
No, don't like them.
How about a caprese?
I saw you order a wedge.
I love a caprese
The last
salad.
time we had lunch, you ordered a wedge.
No, you must have been high. I did not order a wedge. I ordered a Caesar.
I won't argue. I might have been high, but still.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Huh.
We have this from Semper Fi. From Dave, writes, Marine Corps boot camp.
Hoorah.
The remaining salad from the night before, carrots, lettuce, celery, and the like, would be mixed in with Jell-O and served at breakfast.
Unbelievable.
Yikes.
What are they trying to teach you with that?
To be a soldier, how to live on crap.
Right.
Thank you, Dave.
With diarrhea or something?
Did any of you grow up with the pretzel Jell-O salad where they'd put pretzels in the Jell-O?
I am aware of it.
No.
Never had it.
I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was big at our
No
picnics.
thanks.
It was-
the pretzel would be all soft and gooey?
The pretzel was inside the Jell-O, and yeah, it's like pretzels.
Do you guys, would you prefer a serving of Jell-O or pudding?
Pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah.
Jell-O's a bowl of nothing.
Jeff, you look like you're trying to decide.
Well, like if I'm sick, I want Jell-O. Like if I'm not feeling well.
But this is an
any
average
other time,
day?
oh, pudding.
Okay.
Which one would you rather have in enema form?
Oh, God.
Jell-O.
It's called strawberry pretzel salad. I'm sorry.
In the cube form.
I'm trying to make
Yeah,
this
see,
nice.
in the cube, you have to insert them into
We're talking about Jell-O enemas over here.
Yeah. I just go to MCL and get 4 of those bowls of Jell-O cubes and bring them home. And
Whenever I take my little girls there, they always want the Jell-O cubes. Yeah. And based on color, then we sit down and they never eat them.
Now, this is one of those local classic cafeterias.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best.
4 Jell-O cubes will run you around $7.50.
They are proud of their food.
They have become very proud of their product over there.
I can't walk out of there without spending $29.99.
But hey, look, 2 entrees. It's worth it.
Oh, man.
Now, not only did Tom get me with the shot, but I look over, Oskay's laughing and pointing at me.
I didn't know you could balance 4 trays.
Oh boy. You really think you're something, don't you?
They have helpers.
Yeah. Okay, this letter is...
You have to wait for the little guy to come help you.
Yeah.
We have a terrific letter.
Where's the rest of your party? No,
we don't have time to cram it in. Here, we're going back in time again, so we'll do this one quickly. Greetings to everyone on the show, longtime listener from a man whose last name, this guy's real name is Reefer.
Oh,
poor guy.
Can you imagine?
I have a friend named Stoner, so yeah. I mean, it's a real asset.
Oh, they should marry each other.
Well, they're married.
The Reefer Stoner wedding?
Reefer Stoners?
Yeah. you could never get a job. I'm applying for the job as security guard. My name's Bill Reefer Stoner. Out. Mr. Reefer writes, greetings to everyone. Longtime listener, first-time writer.
Hello.
You're having a discussion about Velcro, and Jess Hooker said she'd be turned off on a first date if a guy pulled out a Velcro wallet to pay the bill.
Yeah, I remember that.
Careful. I was watching an old episode of the original Magnum P.I. with Mr. Handsome, Tom Selleck.
Oh.
He was carrying a Velcro wallet.
Well, back in the day, that was kind of a thing.
Tom Selleck could be carrying a bag of a fresh dump.
Right.
And women wouldn't care.
Yes, I'm wearing a diarrhea a diarrhea jacket. Do you want some of this?
Oh.
Yes.
Velcro wallets, guys, are not cool.
Typically, it's uncool. Now, maybe in an ironic way.
But I do remember a time when they were quite popular.
Well, I have a new pair of shoes coming.
With Velcro on them?
Yeah, there's a Velcro strap on top.
Nothing wrong with that. You can't go from kinky boots to Velcro.
Reeboks with the strap?
What?
Yeah, we'll
Velcro
see.
strap.
Are they high tops?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you just a slovenly, awful person?
Going back to the old Reeboks?
I ordered them online. We're going to have to see.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you, Ace.
What time is your jazzercise class?
I know, right? Remember
and by the way,
with the ankle thing?
Yeah. And look who's endorsing you.
I saw some really cool pilot boots. They're called pilot boots, I thought of you.
What are they called?
Pilot.
Pilot boots.
Coming up, we'll try to find the thing that Christy was referencing that made me stumble. Did I say something bad in the air when I did that?
I don't think so.
When I slipped? Okay, sorry if I did.
Sure did. Well, and then it's all forgotten.
Okay, and then would you please remind me to do Today in History today?
Oh, yes.
I keep forgetting to do it, and we're going to ruin people's lives. Also, coming up, a very special hour with the Doobie Brothers. We're going to talk separately with Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and Tom Johnston of the Doobie Brothers. Looking forward to that. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.
You know what bugs me about life?
What's that?
People who take a reasonably simple task and make it incredibly complicated, like making a full-scale Broadway show production out of drinking iced tea. That to me is really.
What's your problem? Why can't I enjoy my iced tea over here?
No, you can.
Did you bring your thermos?
I
did bring my thermos.
Can we get a picture of the thermos sitting and Christy standing beside it?
Yes, so they can get the actual full
because seriously,
spectrum of how big this is.
Easily,
that's bigger than Christy's head.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That.
Christy could easily sit on that and watch a sporting event.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, what's wrong with having?
You know what? I think we should have her sit on it, and we'll caption it "Sun Tea."
He's going to read some article or some idiot friend, and when I find the idiot friend who told you about this cold iced tea, I'm going to punch him right in the face. I'm going to. Oh, well, you know,
who was that guy?
The best thing to do is to be in a separate studio because
Jeff, would you like a little glass of nice iced tea?
No, thank you.
It's delightful.
I love iced tea.
There's no ice in it, though.
No, God, no.
God, no. That would make it
Then it's not iced tea.
watered down.
The ice would bruise the tea.
Yes.
No, the ice is on the cooler.
I quit. I quit.
Can we get a picture of the iced tea?
How much does this add to your morning? You had such a bad morning, you said.
Are you getting up extra early now to make your tea?
No, the tea was made last night in the car when I left this morning.
Oh.
In the car? Somebody put it in the car?
I did.
You put it in the car?
You put it in the car?
Last night.
Last night.
Yes.
How did you?
It's crazier than I thought.
How did
Really?
you
I thought it was supposed
Three
to.
letters come to mind. OCD.
Oh, definitely.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was supposed to brew in the refrigerator.
That's old technology.
Only with Tom, the OCD is in capital letters with big lights around each.
I thought the tea was supposed to brew in the refrigerator overnight.
Tom's taking it a new step, I'm sure. Well, why not have it brew?
I call it not OCD. I call it CDO because I want the letters in alphabetical order.
We're trying to see how Chick McGee will do in the cherry spitting competition in the parking lot.
No,
Well, here, I'll eat the cherry, then I'll give you the pit.
Oh, no, you don't do that. No.
I've never been so turned on in my life.
Come on.
Now, when you do it, you have to pass it tongue to tongue.
Now, we just talked with one of the champions.
It turns out Nats. Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Nats love cherry.
Oh, how about that?
It may just be me that they love. I haven't been able to shower since last Tuesday.
Oh, don't tell us that.
I can't get this wound wet. I'm
that's
sorry.
too
There may
bad.
be a BO issue here.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so it's 50 feet to the poster of me.
Right.
Now, is the line is right here where the sidewalk meets the asphalt.
So, has Chick popped a cherry in his mouth? Does he have a pit in there?
Have you ever popped a cherry?
No, never have the pit.
Oh, come on. One time in Welsh, West Virginia.
All right.
Okay, Chick McGee is...
he's at the line. Now,
he's
remember.
eating the cherry. The pit. Where's the pit in your mouth right now? Oh, he dropped it. Oh, 3-second rule. Oh, I'm sure there are no goose turds. Netta, he put it back in his mouth.
Oh,
this is where the geese poop all the time.
Oh, yeah. No, they pooped on the other side.
It hasn't rained in 3 months.
Okay, now, is there a line that Chick he can't cross?
You can't cross. Plant your feet.
He's got to get a toe on the line.
Now, you predicted you could spit it how far? 30 feet is what you... Okay, I think you're going to get maybe 20.
I have a severe crosswind.
Oh, now he's... Oh, pussy
Oh, yeah.
crosswind.
Well, you know, those crosswinds
You think the bullet Kraus complains about a crosswind?
Probably.
Uh-huh.
Bitches about a lot of stuff.
Have we got...
Okay, go ahead. Do we have our measuring tape?
It's already marked on the pavement.
Okay, ready? Go ahead. It's off and... Where'd it go? It got to the second blue tape.
Which is how far?
Is that? 20 feet.
20 feet.
Oh.
That's how you. That's
You
what
said 30.
predicted.
There's a significant difference. Okay, now Chick is leaning back. Now, are you folded? Is the pit folded into your tongue? Remember, he said the key is lung power and getting a vacuum seal. He just spit. No.
How much?
What do you think? What is that? That's short of 20 feet.
Short of 20?
Okay, short of 20
It's getting
feet.
worse.
Again, what?
I think you need a...
Yeah, Tom, put your money where your mouth is.
I never said I could do this.
Oh, yeah? Come on.
Come on,
These
spit.
cherries been washed.
Come on, Chick. Chew up a cherry for him.
They've been washed.
Beat him like a
Free-range
bird.
cherries.
Haven't you seen them wash them at the store?
Okay, go ahead. Take over.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Breathe through your nostril.
You look like...
Jeez.
You look like some bad lawyer at the turn of the century in court. Your Honor, I've never in all my... Oh, he's ready. Have you swallowed the cherry meat?
No, what's the technique here?
You roll your
Spit
tongue.
it.
Can you roll your
Just
tongue?
Spit.
I'm afraid I'm going to swallow it and choke.
Just
Well.
spit.
No, we could only hope.
Oh, my God. That didn't even go 10 feet.
Here comes Christy Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, now we have a gal
She's
with
got on her Daisy Dukes.
great lung capacity.
Okay, let me get this microphone down here in front of Christy. So
Your mouth, by the way. That's the smallest tongue I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, well, that's
All right.
good.
That's why I can't do this. I don't think I'm going to be very good.
3-year-old tongue.
Oh, yeah, 18-year-old tongue is what I
Thank
meant
you.
to
Well,
say.
every
The
all
line,
models
the
on
line is
the
where
edge.
the asphalt meets the cement.
He's out here with his cane pointing at
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm injured. Do you mind? Okay, step up. You can't take a running start.
All right. Is Christy eating a
Christy
chair?
has kind of a controversial stance, Bob. She has her feet staggered.
Okay.
And now the technique, Christy, you're supposed to go up and down like you're doing jumping jacks. Remember, it's Braless Day.
That's right. It is Braless Day.
Okay, here we go. Christy leans back. Can she spit?
No, you can't make her laugh.
What was that, 2 feet? Was that, how far did that go? 6 feet, okay.
I think she got a little on her chin.
How are we on time, Bob? We don't have a scorer's time clock.
Well, we have about 1 or 2 more minutes here.
I've never been a spitter, Bob.
That a girl. That's what I like about it.
I think those Christy Lee, I've never been a spitter T-shirts might be a big item for the store.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello. It could be any time of day.
I don't know.
There's Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey,
Yep. There's Jeff Oskey.
Yeah.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby's here. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. And hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's been fun.
It has been fun.
And
we're at the end of a long, long road.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. I'll see you, buddy.
That means goodbye for the last time, more or less.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, sayonara is a much deeper way of saying goodbye.
A final goodbye.
I sort of implied, yeah.
Okay.
Now,
often yelled during kamikaze.
Yeah.
I thought they yelled kamikaze.
As they bolt you into the aircraft. We have, Christy had asked a question earlier in the show about backward masking and whether or not it existed in records. And I think Josh made a good point. I think when people would hear that thing where you'd spin the one thing backwards and it would be, turn me on, dead men, turn me on, dead men. Were those planted? Who knows? But I think later on, after that phenomenon was discussed,
uncovered.
Yeah, there were some really dumb backward masking things put on records. And I don't think that they really can subliminally me minimally.
Well, what about the, is it Fire on High? That's
on ELO.
Yeah, it's got that weird. That's got to be on purpose.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But our friend Matt Roush, who's an excellent singer, of course, when he was a kid, they were bored, and on a rainy day, what do kids do? They would take records and by manually in those days, because they were vinyl records, they would play them backwards, move their finger backwards. And he actually memorized a phrase.
This was before video games, kids.
Yeah,
for a lot of stuff, I guess.
See if you recognize this. This is the. I'll start with the backward version, then he'll do it. You'll see. There you go.
All right.
Now that was Matt's actual voice doing that.
Yeah.
That wasn't the record backwards.
Right.
No.
Okay.
And here, give it a listen. Here we go. Now, we flip the tape around, and it's this. Why is everybody always picking on me?
Okay.
Not bad. Why is everybody always picking on me? But
you could have knocked me over with a feather.
I can't believe it.
I mean, on a first, can you imagine doing that on a first date? You want to see something?
No.
Yeah, you can just call me up.
Everybody's always
I'd be
picking on
crawling through the
me.
bathroom window.
Oh, hey, I'm getting a call. Hang on a second. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Oh, Mom, hospital. Okay, gotta go.
Okay, now, where do you want to go? We got a limited amount of time today.
I think you should do history right here so you don't forget.
Oh, okay, really?
He's mad that you reminded him.
No.
I mean, Maud.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
This is my job.
Wait, hang on a second.
Yep. Who does Matt Roush sing for?
Oh, he used to sing
Himself.
for us. It was great.
Was he in a band or?
He did a lounge one-man thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't know what he was singing about, though, until you got home and rewound it.
Yeah. Didn't quite work on CD.
He's one of the best people I know, and as a human being, he's a wonderful guy.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay.
Would you say that about me if you met me?
And what, with respect to what? If I was doing your eulogy, I'd lie and say it for sure.
Thank you, Tom.
Here we go. Anyone?
Somehow me dying makes that worthwhile. What?
That's a nice payoff.
Okay.
Let's see now. Josh will know this one.
That's right.
The rest of us are so stupid.
And it's not a matter of being stupid; it's a matter of being ignorant, Pat. No, in your case,
not only am I going to know the answer to
often
this,
the two intertwine.
let me tell you something. Not only am I going to know the answer, I'm going to tell you it backwards.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Bridget Bishop.
Yeah, shop the rid. Yes.
No, I think it would be Pashib Tikwib. Here's your hint, Josh. 1692.
I don't know.
She was on the Mayflower.
No.
1692.
I'm going to say Shakespeare's wife.
No.
America is your other hint.
I'm going to say when Shakespeare visited America, he found a wife.
Salem is your next hint.
A witch?
How'd you know that, Christy?
Because I have it right here in front of me.
Oh. Yeah, Bridget Bishop, the first victim of the Salem witch hunt, hanged for witchcraft.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy.
But if your name's Bridget, don't you have to be a midget?
You don't have to be, but it helps.
Wasn't that a famous porn star?
Bridget,
Yeah.
Bridget the Midget.
Sure was.
So,
And I think it was a song, too, the Queen of the Blues.
people would
Ray
watch.
Stevens came out with Bridget the Midget and Queen of the Blues. Or something. Guitar Zan. I think she's in Guitar Zan.
Sing that backwards.
Yes, talk.
But she wasn't burned at the stake though, hanged.
No, not all witches were. Most were hanged, I believe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burning at the stake was more of a European thing.
Okay. Benjamin Franklin famously flies the kite during a thunderstorm.
On this date, huh?
Our third president?
In 1752, he was never president.
What? Well, we know you disagree with his politics, but he was president.
Okay.
President. Yeah.
And he didn't invent electricity, but it was
Sure gave him a jolt.
Yeah. Let's see. Andrew Jackson's parrot.
What?
This is a true story. In 1845, Andrew Jackson's parrot was kicked out of what?
Congress.
White House.
Congress for cursing.
Cage.
Right?
The parrot was kicked out of a funeral.
Oh. Brock. Always hated him. Brock.
Name's Chick McGee. Worst person ever lived.
I banged his wife.
Who takes a parrot to a funeral?
Well, he was one of the poly bearers.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. And it got a legitimate laugh from Ace.
And I'm laughing real hard.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So I could barely get that out. This is a tough one. I don't think I would never have known this. In 1933, John Dillinger robbed his first bank. Where was it?
Indiana.
Mooresville.
Nope.
Chicago.
It was in New Carlisle, Ohio.
Oh, that's in the beautiful Miami Valley over there in near Dayton.
If you're a bank robber, do you frame your first dollar bill?
I think so. Yeah, you want to, yeah.
You post that, even if it has the ink on it from the...
New Carlisle is near Huber Heights, the world's largest community of brick homes.
Where's Old Carlisle?
There's not an Old Carlisle.
There probably is in England somewhere.
Oh,
there is a like the Carlisle
Lake
area.
You go, tough.
You want to
Careful.
Some of you may want to focus on this next one. In 1935, Alcoholics Anonymous was founded
by Bill W.
Mm-hmm.
Bill W.
Yeah.
Bill what?
The meetings, do you try to one up the next guy?
No,
you would.
You do.
You know, like I was so effed up once. Is that how it works?
I killed
It's
my
anonymous.
cat.
None of us can talk about it.
Okay.
And ate soup out of its skull.
Okay. Oh, dear me. We better hurry here.
Oh, dear me.
What a biddy.
Apple ships its first computers, the Apple II. It ships the first Apple II computers in 1977. I had one of those.
The orange ones that look.
Well, they had all different colors.
They had green and orange. And, yeah.
Burger King begins using Newman's own salad dressing in 1990. Must have been a slow day in history.
Boy, oh boy.
Glad we did this.
Whose birthday is it today? Go to birthdays.
Okay. Oh, Prince Philip, the late Prince Philip. You know what he was the Duke of?
Duke of
Sandwich.
Earl. Yeah, of course. The Duke of Edinburgh. Yes. Yes, I say. Judy Garland, born in this date in 1922.
I love Mama.
Now she's somewhere over the rainbow.
Yeah.
What do you think? No?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
With Toto.
One of the greats.
I hope they have pills up there.
She's up to her neck in snot right now.
1962, actress Gina Gershon. Gershon.
Gorgeous.
Very, very, very hot.
Very cool actress.
Lips for days.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh, also very pretty.
And she's with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Who would have thought that?
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yes. They're dating.
Oh.
That's odd.
They're a couple.
All right, well, go Billy Ray. Huh? And happy birthday.
But he got her later.
She's still pretty good looking.
Billy Ray always gets the hot chicks. Elizabeth Hurley, he had Miley for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was his wife.
That's his daughter.
Oh, his daughter? I've been wrong for years.
Gosh, they weren't married. That's his daughter.
My bad.
All right.
My bad.
Okay.
Oh, God. Bill Burr. Happy birthday to friend of the show, Bill Burr.
Hey, Bill.
Born in 1968. Happy birthday, Bill. Now, coming up next hour, we're going to be talking to three members of the Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, Tom Johnston. They have a new record a new album that's coming out, I think, momentarily, maybe even today. And they're also going on a tour with the Doobie Brothers, of course, the whole band, and Michael McDonald back in the fold for this one. Should be a terrific show. Looking forward to talking to those guys. Right now, I want to say hello to our friends at Java House. Java House, the official coffee and iced tea, he said, of the Bob and Tom Show.
Well done, Tom.
Java House. And it's the official refreshment of the Bob and Tom Show because it's more than just coffee. And Java House has a little system. We call it peel and pour. Here you go right here. This is a peel and pour pod. A little bit bigger than a Keurig pod. It does not go in a machine. You just peel the top off and pour it in. And by the way, these pods are biodegradable, and which is another fun thing about them. Tea, lattes, energy drinks, hydration drinks from Java House, even hot cocoa. And yes, we are working on replenishing the hot cocoa supply here at the Bob and Tom Show because it was all drunk up. Java House could be the solution for your office break room.
Who drank it, Tom? Who drank all the cocoa?
Don't know. I ain't pointing no fingers right to my right.
All right.
To your left if you're looking from the south. Java House, the perfect solution for your home, for your office, et cetera, et cetera. Break up with that office brewer. Visit javahouse.com, click on the Java House for your office tab, and sign up for a free in-office demo from Java House. Takes a lot of the complexity out of your great beverages, your coffee, your tea, energy drinks, et cetera, et cetera. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. javahouse.com. Coming up next, are we done with sports?
Yep.
Okay, we're done with letters. We're going to check in with Christy Lee.
Yep.
What do you got over there, Christy?
I don't know. What do we got? We got annoyances from every day that we're going to talk about. And do you eat your food at the grocery store before you pay for it? We'll talk about that as well.
Okay, we are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Summer is upon us and the sun is blistering, and all of my valuables they turn up missing. Can't find my lawn chair, can't find my radio, can't find the yard rake, can't find the garden hose, can't find the cans to throw away the trash. Maybe I should cut the grass.
Yeah, maybe.
fescue growing up higher and higher. Guess I went a little crazy with the fertilizer. Can't find the barbecue, can't find the meat. Can't see the neighbor's house across the street. Couldn't find both hands if I use my ass. Maybe I should cut the grass.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Should have got it earlier, but I'm allergic. Just too cheap to get a service ticket from the city for a violation. Neighbors think I'm dead or on a long vacation. Well, I got a new shiny riding mower with a 3-blade cutter and 2 cup holders. Where it's gone to is just bewildering. Went to ask my wife and children. Find her purse and keys, but they ain't come back. Maybe I should cut the grass. Got so quiet you can't hear the wind blow. And it's getting real shady around the upstairs windows. The dog just whimpers and won't go outside. And I sit up in my bed all night, listening to the lawn clawing at the glass. Maybe I should have cut the grass. Maybe I should have cut the grass. Maybe I should have.
All right. Very nice, Haywood. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, hi. With us in the studio, comedian Sal D'Amelio and Scott Dunn hanging out with us. Scott, anything else in your life of interest these days?
Well, I just bought that van. So we're
that's right.
Savoring that. We're enjoying that.
Van. Now, van or minivan?
Minivan. In this day and age, everyone just assumes minivan when you have children.
I would think.
How many people have the conversion van? Is that what they're called still?
Oh, I would love a conversion van, but yeah.
Is that where you can convert it into a bedroom?
Yeah. Boudoir.
Sweet.
No.
Really? Yeah. Knock one out on the way going down the road. Let's pull into that rest stop, honey.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to leave the kids at the previous rest stop because.
Well, none of them are going to be there. Buying a car is a grind. I haven't bought a car from a dealership. It is like a 2-hour, 3-hour grind.
That's tough, yeah.
And so you don't want to be stuck with some idiot.
No.
You want a professional. You want somebody. So I've done a little list of how you can tell whether your car salesman's professional or unprofessional.
Oh, really?
Okay, good.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
A big bonus to these minivans is the DVD player in the back.
Oh, sure.
So if your salesman wants to show you how to operate it, that's professional. Mm-hmm. If he makes you go an extra hour on the test drive so he can watch the nude scene from American Pie, unprofessional.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Same token, you're buying a minivan for your family.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wants to show you the storage capacity, professional. If he wants to show you some great places to hide your weed,
All right.
Now, I understand that buying a car is negotiation. I'm trying to get a good deal. He's trying to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So telling me my offer is too low, understandable.
Okay.
Spitting in my coffee, unacceptable.
Wow.
Yep. On the same token, while we negotiate, if he tells you he needs to leave the room to go talk to his manager, that's probably okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
If he tells you he needs to leave the room to go drop a deuce, not okay. Not okay.
Too much information.
Wait,
Yeah.
$50 never killed anybody.
Well, he's never done this before.
Used cars, Christy.
Yeah. Now, this one's for the ladies, Christy.
Yeah.
If your car salesman offers you free financing,
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah. If he offers you a free mustache ride, not so great.
No.
It depends on what he looks like.
There you go.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Depends how cheap you're getting this car.
And
What do I have to do to get you into this car today?
And finally, if your car salesman tells you that the van is a certified pre-owned car, that's professional.
Yes.
If he tells you it's a certified poon wagon, unprofessional.
The old.
But good to know.
Yeah, but good.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Professional broadcasters with Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jeff Oskey, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick, and hello, Tom.
Coming up, if you're a Doobie Brothers fan, stick around. We're going to talk with Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, Tom Johnston. They got a great new album out and a tour launching momentarily. Very excited about that.
I think the album is out on, I think it's on Spotify right now, actually, or maybe Friday. I'm not sure.
I think it is out as of very recently. So we'll look forward to that. Now, we really haven't talked to Christy yet today. You have completed your sports broadcast, is that correct? We can move forward here. Christy, what have you got over there?
Well, experts have weighed in on whether it is okay to snack on groceries before paying for them.
Okay.
It's got to be, right?
Reader's Digest spoke with Joe Hayes, founder of etiquetteexpert.org, and grocery store manager Angie L. And both agreed it's probably better to hold off on nibbling what's in your cart. Mr. Hayes explained that if you forgot to pay or your card gets declined at checkout, then you have crossed the line into stealing.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, no, I like to get the rotisserie chicken while it's still hot.
I finished one of those in the car.
He also says it sets a bad precedent. It makes the checkout process more difficult and messy for the employees.
You ever done that where you eat the candy bar and you try to do the self-check and you put the... You scan it, then you go to put it in the bag, and it doesn't register the weight.
Yeah.
I am not a. Yeah. I don't snack. I don't drink.
I don't either. No.
Now, Chick, don't you like the bulk aisle?
I love the bulk food aisle.
Anything
I will
loose is
stand
fair
over
game.
there. I get there about 3 days out of 5. I'll get there about 11:15, 11:20. Some days I pull up a chair.
Hell yeah.
You'll eat your fill
and I'll eat my fill.
Cashews.
And cashews and gumdrops. And,
is it okay to open a bag of chips?
That's a big no.
No, this
Anything
is bulk
loose.
food. They don't have chips in the bulk food aisle.
I mean, if you're going to do beverages, I see people do, and that's easy.
Yeah. I mean, you can go to a lot of stores have a Starbucks right there in them, and you can carry a coffee with you.
Yeah, you sure can.
Did you ever, Josh, pop open the Pringles, eat 4 or 5, put the cap back on, and stick it back up there?
No,
Of course, I think that would be wrong.
Mr. Hayes also says there is a greater chance of picking up germs with the number of communal surfaces in grocery stores.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I apologize. It's Ms. Hayes. Joe is spelled J-O. It's a woman.
Oh, nobody cares.
I do. I don't want it to be wrong. Angie L., who manages a grocery store in Florida, said that while in-store snacking is not technically allowed, they see it all the time, and it's not worth angering a customer over.
Now, Chick, you're a Target popcorn guy?
I love the Target popcorn. I maintain that the Target's explanation for their success in America is they sell popcorn.
Really?
But that's you pay for it immediately, and then you snack on it while you're
Right.
shopping.
Exactly.
Yes.
They went on to say, as long as you pay for it eventually, it's not a big deal, according to the store manager.
Now, Josh,
yes.
With prostitutes, do you pay them in advance or after?
Of course. No prostitute would ever take money afterwards.
So then...
And you don't hand it to them either. You just put it down, and they will eventually pick it up.
With their hands?
Oh, my God.
Well, it depends. If you tip a little extra, they might use their ass cheeks.
Have you ever picked up anything with your ass cheeks, Tom?
I could say something right now, but
is that a no?
No, sorry. I was just trying to make an analogy between paying a prostitute and eating a Snickers bar.
Right.
You don't eat the Snickers bar and then pay for it. Similarly with a prostitute.
You just said you did.
I know he sure did.
Yeah, he did.
But nobody believed that he actually did that.
When was the last time he had a candy bar?
Yeah,
good point.
You think Tom's eating a candy bar while he shops at the
No.
You know what?
Snickers?
Wouldn't it be great if you went into his office and you there's a secret
stash,
a secret safe behind some picture, and it's full of Clark bars. Or
the place I shop, all the candy bars are they're like grass-fed sawdust bars.
Yeah.
If you were going to have a candy bar, which one would you go for, though?
I know the answer.
I know.
I think I know, too.
I know, absolutely.
Oh, it's
let's write it down. Let's write it down before he says anything, and then
it's like my number 15 choice.
Really?
Yeah, it's not high on my list.
You
Yeah.
also
Is
know?
it
I think I spelled it wrong, but
Okay, go ahead.
I have Nestle's Crunch.
That's it.
That's what I have.
Nestle,
I have Kit Kat.
Nestle's Crunch.
Yes.
No, not a Kit Kat guy.
Kit Kat. Well, that's because we're his best friends.
I'm out of the top 10. I have been for about a year.
Kit Kat way better than a Nestle Crunch.
Oh,
I like it. And Nestle Crunch has its place.
Actually, though,
the garbage.
But I will say this:
frozen.
I have the last time I ate candy, it was Reese's cups.
Birthday?
Those are great.
Those are Reese cups.
No, Reese's peanut butter cups. Show them the proper respect.
It's Reese's?
Yes. And it's not cups, it's peanut butter cups.
In a pinch, you can eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, but ideally, you need a Reese's seasonal item.
Oh, like a bat.
They're
or a
always
Christmas
better.
tree.
The
or-
peanut butter to chocolate ratio is superb.
Now, have you ever picked up one with your butt cheeks?
Jeez.
He's the one that started it.
No, but I now that you mention it, I'd like to.
We could do it on the air tomorrow.
Can we do it? Me pick up a.
We're going back to stunts now.
A little stunt.
What do you think
we were
would
past
happen with any of? How about that one weird affiliate we got? And they're got he's picking up stuff with his ass cheeks this morning.
So long as we don't say we did it in the morning. It'll be
We were saying
Because, of course, it's not the morning. I mean,
we were waiting. We were hoping we'd get this big time show. Is that right?
I'm just saying. So,
Would you do it?
What do what?
No.
Pick up something, anything with your ass
God,
cheeks.
no.
You don't have to eat
It would have to be maybe if it was I think I could probably do a donut.
How about a marshmallow?
If it were, if
How
the
would you
donut,
do a donut?
if it were standing up vertically,
sure.
then you'd get a little. And now, can you use your hands?
No. Well,
of
you can
course
use
not.
your hands
Shove it
to
up your
spread your
butt.
ass cheeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, you'd have to. wouldn't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
But you can't use your hands to close your butt cheeks.
Can you imagine?
It would
Can you imagine?
close
Do you think the
automatically,
you
Are
think
we
the
having this conversation?
you think the
here?
joint chiefs are sitting around and one of them's late and the other guys start talking? Do you think you could pick up a donut with your ass cheeks, General? I doubt it.
Don't you want to meet the girl who can't even spread her ass cheeks apart? Pick up anything.
She just does it herself.
So, Dan.
Let's move on. Hey, hi. If you're just joining us, welcome to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Not sure where we are at this point.
I'll tell you where we are.
Pick it up, Christy Lee.
An international society known as the Dull Men's Club
That's me.
embraces the tedium of everyday life.
That's right.
According to The Guardian, the club now has several million members who strive to cause dullness in others on a daily basis.
Cause dullness.
Welcome aboard.
They share quirky hobbies, obscure interests, the examination of ordinary things, and generally celebrate the mundane.
No, so in other words, we call them podcasters.
Hey.
How dare.
Yeah, no joke. Moderators.
Captain Radio's
Sorry. Bloggers.
You can have this radio.
Hey, remember?
My cold dead hand.
Remember back in the day when, well, I have a blog.
Yeah.
You'd go, God, I wish I were anywhere else.
that is true.
Now it's a podcast.
No, but now you subscribe to blogs. You have a couple blogs.
He does.
Yeah,
I do.
Can't wait to get.
I do.
Yeah.
I just was kind of a generalization.
Moderators of the groups
many
online.
fine ones there.
Forums and Facebook groups stringently maintain the standards of dullness and warn users that even exclamation marks are far too exciting. Founder Grover Click
I'm Grove Click.
Founder Grover Click told The
Grover
Guardian
Click.
it's a tongue-in-cheek humor, but a safe place to comment on daily things.
All right.
Would you be a member of the Dull Men's Club?
I can't see any way around it. I have to. I could be the president.
Well, I got an article associated with this group. A guy has been named the dullest in the world.
Really?
In New Mexico.
Huh.
His name is Johnny Meyer.
Yeah.
Other than the weather, New Mexico's pretty dull.
I lived there for a year and a half.
Don't you think?
It's
pretty in many
very
spots.
pretty.
Yeah,
you can ski there. There's that.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend of mine over the weekend. Loves New Mexico.
A lot of people love it.
It's a great
I've always loved it. Has one of the best named towns in the world. Truth or Consequences.
Oh,
that's
Yes.
amazing.
Did the game show come before the town, or did the town
The
come
town
before the game?
after the game show, because I think they made a contest about if you'd like to name your town Truth or Consequences. They were going to cover it.
Yeah, Santa Fe's gorgeous.
Taos is gorgeous.
Yeah, it really is.
Chalma, Angel Fire.
This comes to us from the Taos News.
Oh, yeah.
70-year-old Johnny Meyer of Embudo. E-M-B-U-D, Embudo, one of 12 people selected for the Dull Men's Club calendar, celebrating the ordinary.
I see.
There is documentation of wet floors.
What?
This is the kind of thing that they find exciting. Watching paint dry. Oh man, that's so.
They're having a little bit of fun.
Mr. Dull.
Okay.
Congratulations. There's a photograph of him.
Don't you? I'll be honest. Don't you honestly long for being dull? Something dull?
Wouldn't you love to have a day where you did nothing?
I
Tom?
love that.
It was dull.
But it wouldn't be a dull day. It'd be exciting.
What would you do on your nothing day?
Well, it's the thing. You don't have to do anything.
You wouldn't participate in a do nothing day.
Yeah, you would not.
No,
do
if you
something.
really wanted it, you would make time for a
Yes.
do nothing day. Yeah.
I try to.
I don't believe you.
There are various interruptions.
But even when your various interruptions are out of town, you still don't do anything.
I don't believe you.
There's a lot of cleaning to be done.
Let someone else do
Get
it.
the broom. Things to do.
There's something seriously wrong with you because you refuse to enjoy a weekend where you live, in the city you live, in a hotel somewhere.
That's just dumb.
No, it's not.
No, it's relaxing.
There's something.
I love hotels, but
you can't enjoy that. You think it's dumb. There's something wrong with you.
No, my dog. I'd rather be at my house with my dogs and my stuff.
I don't believe. That's dumb. You need a break every now and then.
You can't relax there.
You can't relax at your house.
The man's a great white. He stops swimming, he dies.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly right. There you go. And I got a pool. I just never swim in it. Don't have time.
Have you been in it at all?
Doesn't have time to enjoy his pool.
I was lifeguarding all weekend.
Boy, and I've been peeing in it this whole time. Just being wasted.
Yeah.
I've been collecting my urine, and I drive over there in the middle of the night and pour it in the pool.
Oh, it's much fun just to go right straight in.
I pour it right into that floating chlorine thing.
This is an email just received. Hey, show.
Yeah.
It says, this is from Dennis.
Hey, show Otani.
Tomorrow, if Chick does pick up a Reese's peanut butter cup with his ass cheeks, I insist he feeds it to Tom.
Oh.
Well, that's not going to happen, but I also appreciate the sentiment.
This says at the end, dictated by someone blind.
Huh.
Now, I don't know if he's actually blind or he's having a joke with us.
I don't know.
So Dennis is blind?
Apparently, yeah.
I think he might be.
Okay.
So
Am I facing the microphone?
So we could tell Dennis we did it and send him the video.
We can make it sound like we did.
Yeah, unless someone else. Well, thank you, Dennis. We appreciate
Somebody out there would eat your ass.
Come on, you guys.
Peanut butter cup?
Yeah.
It's very popular right now.
Or just
Yeah, why?
That was a terrible time to stop a sentence.
Yes, what is it? What is it, Halloween? You don't have to have the candy.
How do we
get out of this? I don't know.
I know what we do. We come back and talk about something else.
Okay, coming up, the Doobie Brothers. We're going to talk with Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, Tom Johnston of the Doobie Brothers.
And I want to hear this list of daily things that people get annoyed by.
I got that right here.
And what better way to listen to the Doobie Brothers than with Raycon's everyday earbuds and their
Blackwater,
latest models better than ever before. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity.
Oh, Blackwater.
With Raycon's quick charge function, just 10 minutes of charging yields 90 minutes of battery And they also come with active noise cancellation, something not usually found at this price point. These are dad-friendly cost, right? The Raycon earbuds. Dad will be so proud of you. You got a deal. And Raycon available in a variety of vibrant colors. How about blush violet, cool mint, deep red, forest green, royal blue, and Raycon has a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. That's 15% off from Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time, that's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, the Doobie Brothers and more. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
His work with Sticks, and he's going to be doing some solo stuff for us.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. We have a performance room right next to this room. You can see through the glass. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear? Greg found all the drumsticks.
Yeah, you need a couple more.
Can you hear us?
I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Okay. Are you going to... Is this...
I date tons of chicks. Well, I date one, but she weighs tons. Come on. Take your top off. Hey, Christy, what's in the news?
He likes those symbols.
That's very nice. Is that song called "Take Your Top Off"?
Yeah, that's my new tune. It's a big hit.
I like that very
Let me
much.
test you guys. You guys know music, right?
All right. Yeah, sure.
All right, okay. What song is this? What song is this? Name that tune.
Well, there's about 10,000
Yeah,
songs.
let's start that way.
That's the B-52's Love Shack. I thought you guys knew music. How about this one?
Love
Anybody?
Shack.
Walk like an Egyptian. Come on!
That was good. That was very nice. Can I do requests?
Certainly.
Can you do Mississippi Queen?
Whoa, where's, hold on.
You need cowbell.
Here we go, come on. That's all I know.
That was beautiful. You nailed it.
Hey, wait, what about a Honky Tonk Women from the Stones?
How's that go?
No, you got to
You
get
need
the
the
cowbell.
cowbell.
You got to get. I thought you knew music.
Come on.
I didn't know you were going to spin it on me.
There we go.
That's not it.
What's
It's
this?
dunk, dunk,
That's Mississippi Queen again.
How about this song right here?
I don't know.
That's a Pink Floyd tune right in the middle of the song. There we go, a little power, a little thunder for you.
I give up.
All right,
What was that one?
I know, it's just laying down some funk. Okay, what's going on?
Lay it down.
Greg Hahn is our guest.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Wait a second.
I'll get that. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, I'd love to say we just landed, but I'm still driving.
Oh.
I know. I know. Like I said yesterday, with all these spring breakers clogging up the airlines, I rented a car, making the most of my wizard number. But it's fair to say I've had my fill of Zone 4 people. I know. I just crossed over into IL from IN, and for once I didn't have to do a touch-and-go at ORD first.
Oh, nice.
I'm at a truck stop, and like most road dogs, I had to re-up on my supply of sugar-free Celsius and veggie straws. And I'd be giving anything to be in the Sky Club about right now, but unfortunately, my rental car has a nail in the tire. Yeah, I got to find a place to get my tire fixed. Yeah. I'll take a bird strike any day over this, but this is really going to set me back. Mama Tom, hang on a sec. Let me ask this trucker if he knows a place to get my flat fixed around here.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I found myself in a predicament. My right front is low. Picked up a nail. Would you happen to know a reputable tire place around these parts? Oh, you've definitely got yourself a flat there. That's going to turn into a roll alligator. Probably won't attend to it. That's why I roll on Goodyear tires. I don't use those commie brands. I wouldn't put those on a moped, but if you can make it up to Pete's Tire Center, you're only 2 miles away. I think it sounds good. Yeah, I'll try to find Pete. What you want to do is take a left out of here. You're going to go maybe a mile and a half on the south side of the road. You're going to see a sign for Joe Gin Spa. Now, if you can't make it all the way to Pete's, be sure to stop in there. Hey, Todd, I've got to take this. I got to call on my burner. They may not fix your flat at Joe Gin's, but you're going to feel like they did. Here, I've got a gift card that's got $40 left on it. I haven't been in almost a year on account of my cholesterol being what it is. When you get there, ask for Lou. Tell her you'll pass on the table sign, but you still wanted to take a look at your undercarriage. Hey, gang, looks like this might take a while. Let's circle back and reload for tomorrow. We just landed.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, easy, I'm right here. My God.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Welcome. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Chick, you're teaching people out there. You want to hear about it?
I'd love to hear about it.
Jen writes in, she says, I look forward to listening to the show while dropping my son off and driving into work. I get in the car, my son buckles up.
Yep.
I turn the key in the ignition. The radio blares to life, and it's Chick discussing whether or not he can pick up a Reese's cup with his ass. My son, who's 8, had some questions.
Got this letter.
Oh, I have some answers.
Arthur writes, I once picked up a beautiful blonde with my butt cheeks.
Oh, you must have a fine ass.
Very, very nice.
Chick enjoyed it.
Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, I know. Christy Lee is at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We've been teasing this one about annoyances in contemporary life. But yeah, we must say, obviously, there are a lot of very serious things going on in the world.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, but minor annoyances are much more important.
Yes, they affect us.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we have plenty of food and shelter, and everything's great. But I'll tell you what's bugging me.
What's bugging you?
That wheel in the grocery cart.
A survey reveals the everyday annoyances that are causing Americans to stress out.
Okay.
Conducted on behalf of CBDFX, the Talker Research Poll asked 2,000 adults what are the smallest things that cause them anxiety. The small stuff that people are sweating include
smallest things.
Spotting someone they'd rather not talk to.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
To me, that's not small. That's
huge.
Yeah.
Have you ever hid from someone in a grocery store?
Yes.
I've left.
Just did it.
I have left.
You left
I
the
have
grocery
left a
store.
cart with stuff in it.
Nice.
Are you serious?
I am totally serious.
No,
It was me, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Left with stuff in it, a loaded cart.
Yeah.
No, he just abandoned it.
Yeah.
I ain't talking to that guy. I'm out of here.
Oh, is that number one?
Yeah, no, well, I don't know if they're ranked, but it said 45%.
Tom, was it a woman or a man?
Gentleman.
Okay.
Okay.
How many people in this room have hidden from people while in this building?
I haven't done that.
I have, but
Kessler's not listening.
how do I put? No, it was not him. It was somebody not a part of our staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Loud chewing at 40%.
Yeah.
That annoys people. That annoys me. I don't like that.
These are minor things in life that are annoying.
Yeah.
Tom's a loud chewer.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't admit it.
He eats like the Tasmanian devil.
He's like he's in
When I'm
prison.
here, I'm in a hurry. I have to
He's
be
gotta
prepared for the next break.
back to
Unlike
jail.
you, who are just lounging,
Yeah.
lounging in your ass, eating grapes one at a time.
How many?
And barging in here screaming.
How many breaks was I late to this morning as compared
Yeah,
to you?
I haven't been late once.
Yeah. What?
Today.
I didn't say you were.
Lagging Wi-Fi is very annoying for me.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
40% are pissed
My
off by
Wi-Fi
that.
every now and then has been going out lately, and it's really making me upset.
Unexpected phone call, 35%.
Everybody
but you
hates
don't
it.
have to take those. It's
No, but it's still annoying nonetheless.
Some phone that you got to answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Just the other day, I was had two dogs with me on leashes,
and the third dog calls me,
and I've got the one dog in the position. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, is he
and
pooping?
I've got the bag ready to go, and there's this really important call I'm expecting, and my phone rings.
Yeah.
So this is a big problem. So I managed to, answer the phone, and yes, you don't want to say I'm picking up dog poop right now. Hang on for a second.
How much you want to guess he started talking into the bag and smeared the poop all over the
I'm almost certain that happened.
I know it's different with people's cars or whatever, but one of my things is when I'm out of town using my GPS, and then my girlfriend always calls when I'm like, half a mile from the turn I need to use.
Yes.
And it takes the GPS off of my thing. And I'm like, stop calling me. I'm trying to use my GPS right now. I love you, but stop
Yes.
calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is annoying.
A simple, hey, may I please call you right back?
Right.
It really, nobody gets upset at that.
Yeah, they do. Then why did you answer the phone?
I do.
To tell them, hey, I will call you right back.
I'm just
I'll do that before I'll send somebody to voicemail. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My
But
biggest.
You can do that automatic. I can't talk right now on the phone. You can just hit that.
I
You don't
use
even
any of
know
the-
about that.
I probably use 2% of my phone's capability.
Okay.
I'm a Luddite.
I think my biggest pet peeve now is the survey thing.
Oh, I know.
huge.
Everything you do, they want you to fill
I
out
enjoy
a survey.
I enjoy it. I really, a 2-hour block a day. I put aside for the survey.
Fill out all the
Reading,
surveys.
catching up, and hopefully participating in surveys.
I mean, last year at Halloween, I had all the kids give me their email addresses so I could give them a survey later. How did you like our candy? What can we do next year to make Halloween more pleasant for you?
Heavy breathing is another annoyance.
I don't. What that?
A lot of fatties do that.
Who does that bother? What in what situation?
Oh, you mean there's just like a normal everyday?
people that are heavy
not
breathers.
calling you and breathing.
Yeah,
like
not
a sexy
having, not
call.
while you're having sex. Heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Just an everyday breather.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot.
In
of
what
heavy
situation are you? I would say now, Josh and I would agree on this one. Perfume and
too
cologne.
much.
It's a form of bullying.
Yeah, that bugs me. That's a minor pet peeve. Again, I understand.
People have to know they're putting on too much cologne and/or.
I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
They
How do
seem
they not
oblivious
know?
to it.
How do they not know?
I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
The weirdest causes of stress included the texture of my socks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well,
what?
Have you ever had a sock that bothered you?
Yes, and I now get rid of them.
They're done.
Really?
Thankfully, I'm blessed
gone.
now where I can go ahead and throw those away.
You have double sock money? You don't save them.
Willy-nilly.
You don't save them and try to impregnate them.
I mean, if you're one, I'm a shirt man. You know.
Oh, sorry.
But you could use socks for catchers too.
I never. You know what? I never have.
You should give it a try.
Like actually, like American Pie style, had the sock on.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you're doubting this, get a new pair of socks and then try them on after you try on an old pair. I mean, it's really, really a treat.
Well, but
Which do you prefer, the newer or the older?
The newer are, yeah.
Do you wash them first?
Socks? I don't remember if I do.
No, absolutely not.
Do you have
anything
one?
in a sealed pack like that?
I just got new underwear yesterday. I washed it already.
I think I would wash the underwear first, soften them up a little
Do
bit.
you buy the same brand of sock or the same type of sock every time?
Yes, but I buy them so infrequently that oftentimes like that brand is no longer, like the exact sock that I had is no longer there.
That's annoying, isn't it?
I don't
My
care for
underwear's like that.
I've told you this a couple hundred times. One of my favorite things to do is to go to a store, buy a new shirt, go to the car, put it on.
What?
I love it.
So it's a great
Will you
pleasure.
ever try it on in the dressing room and wear it out?
No. You mean shoplift?
No, well, you know what I mean.
No.
Did you ever, as kids, get new shoes and you'd put the old shoes in the box and wear the new shoes out?
No, we were absolutely forbidden to do that.
What? Really?
New shoes were only for school.
No.
If we didn't change our shoes when we got home, we were in trouble.
Really?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know.
So that when you got home, they make you wash your shoes.
Weirdest causes of stress. Aluminum cans?
What?
The hell? Why does that stress anybody out?
I don't get that.
Some people don't like the feel, you think?
I don't know. Not washing my hair for 2 days.
Oh, I'm like a 3 days out of the week I'll wash my hair. The
I
rest
wash
of the time I
mine
don't.
2 days a week, maybe one.
Well, let's catch up with these in a few minutes. We got business to attend to. It's a secret. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now I know we're gonna try to do the big orchestrated version of Fred at some point.
Are we?
And we doing that now? Okay, so we're getting the.
Are we ready?
The official.
Y'all just tell me. I'll go.
We got the official Fred. Are the Fred singers out there at this point? We have to get some singers out here for this one. This is a song. This is actually the first
Hello, Wendy.
experience
Glad you can
that Rodney had with the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra, and we brought Rodney in and did a recording of this song, which ended up being what the deal that got Rodney his record.
Yeah, I
record
guess.
deal.
I can remember the first time I did the show, and I did like 2 hours of this, and of everything I knew. And then I remember you asking me, well, you got anything else? And then I said, I got this stupid Fred song. And then that was the thing that kind of stuck. And out of all the things, and if I don't sing it, by God, I hear about it too at the shows. You son of a bitch, I drove 400 miles to hear you sing the Fred song. Looks like you're going to be doing it a cappella in my pickup truck.
How many of the Fred singers do we have out there? Do we just have Wendy? Because
we have no idea where the Fred singers are. Well, there's one.
I'm not sure there is any.
Okay, well, I know I can sing part of the Fred song. I can do it from right in here.
Okay.
You wanna, sure. Fred. Got it?
Fred. Very good.
We can all sing. I think we all know this one, so everybody sing their Fred part.
Willie got to a town. He met a woman in a nightgown. She was wearing a brown belly brown. Well, her name was. I didn't know what her name was. I got you, didn't I, boys? Listen, let's stop for a second. I didn't know what her. You guys want to try that again? I didn't know what her name was. So
it's like Haywood meets Rodney.
I think I waited a little too long to come in on the end there. All right, hold on. Well, we got.
Didn't know what her name was.
I didn't know what her name was, so we just called her Fred. There we go. Oh, now Fred's riding, Fred riding. bread. Red's riding bread. Red's riding bread. Red's riding bread. That song was written under the influence of alcohol and a few other things I can't tell you about on the radio. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing the Fred song, you'd be, well, I should start by saying that alcohol has a tendency to make you think things are actually funnier than what they really are. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing this Fred song, you'd be laying on the floor right now laughing your ass off. Saying the same thing I'm saying. Why the hell's he singing the Fred song?
Fred. Okay, do the Freddy.
Boy, that was just in pieces.
Hey, it's Josh Arnold. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. During these commercial breaks, I get to enjoy some quiet time here in the studio. That's right. That's because while everyone else is in the break room waiting in line for that dirty old coffee machine, I'm enjoying some Josh time. Yes, just me and my Java House Peel and Pour pod. That's right. The rest of them can spend the next 6 minutes fighting over who gets to drink from that outdated technology. Not me. I just grab my favorite Java House pod, peel back the lid like so, pour it into my hot water here, and the rest of the break is just Josh and his amazingly smooth coffee. Barista quality. That's it. No muss, no fuss, no brewer required. Smooth as can be.
Hey, Josh, sorry I'm late. I was standing behind all those guys at the coffee machine. They're blocking my way.
Yeah, go figure, huh? Isn't it time you broke up with your brewer? Get started at javahouse.com and use promo code Bob and Tom to get 25% off your order. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show. Oh, boy.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP member. First step, click the link at bobandtom.com.
Here at the Bob and Tom Radio Laboratories, we've discovered that if you listen to the Bob and Tom radio show in the morning, you're going to be all right. However, if you don't listen, there could be some serious side effects, including general discomfort, memory loss, head spins, confusion, memory loss, itching.
Bob and Tom mornings on 104.7 WTUE.
Confusion, itching, bloating.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you.
Welcome back. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studio. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much. We're hooking up with the Doobie Brothers this hour, and we're going to begin with, I think, Mr. Michael McDonald maybe joining us on the phone. Michael, can you hear me? We don't. Why not? I'm not getting him. Are you getting him over there?
Hello?
We got. I think I'm getting the signal that he's on the phone. Can you hear me now, Michael?
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Tom. How are you?
Hey, good. Good morning, sir. Well, we spoke with you not too long ago talking about your book, your great book, your story, What a Fool Believes. It's a great pleasure.
That's right.
And it's a thrill to see that you guys are going back out on tour, the Doobie Brothers, with a brand new album as well. Can you tell us a little bit about recording again with the Doobie Brothers?
Well, it was great fun. You know, John Shanks produced the record, and so it was. He was a huge help, and you know, kind of led the charge for all of us to get together and you know, get our songs finished. First of all, which is always a problem with us. You know, especially now at this age, we can't remember what door to walk out of. But we we had a good time, doing it. It was probably a better time than we even expected to have, because in the old days, albums seemed to be a real stress point for us. We loved doing them, but, it was always in the middle of touring, which was kind of the same situation here. One time, once again, only 50 years later. But, we always seem to kind of get anxious, trying to get them finished in time, and we would be writing lyrics while they're mixing the track, and so it seemed to go much smoother thanks to John on this time around, and I think we got a chance to explore some of the songs we've had around for a while. Some of us, on demos that we had to, brush the dust off of and come back into the studio with. And some of them were stuff we wrote, like literally wrote the day we cut the track, and so it was a little bit of everything, but great fun from beginning to end.
Do you ever have any anxiety, even with all your success, saying to the guys, what do you think of this one? And you're afraid they're going to go, sorry, Mike.
Sure. No, I mean, I probably, the more fortunate we were to be on radio back then, especially, the more anxious we got to figuring, okay, it's going to be over. We're going to blow it now, But we had such a great run together, and so in a lot of ways, it was just, the hang was always easy with us. We always got along as people, and we remained friends all these years. Even when I wasn't in the band, I would see the guys from time to time, and our kids, who all grew up together, would keep us in contact, even if we were lazy about it. We would somehow, they would be talking the whole time, and we would find that the opportunities came up for us to see each other, and looking back, we probably treasure all of our friendships the most out of all this whole thing. Is we've been friends for 50 years and watched our kids grow up and together, and there's a lot that goes into our music that has nothing more to do than with the fact that we've been friends for a long time.
Once again, we're speaking with musical artist Michael McDonald. He's back in the Doobie Brothers. They're touring once again. Their new album is called Walk This Road. Can you tell me a little bit about the song?
Yeah, that was a song that I wrote with John Shanks, the producer, and it was really John's title. I think he said to me something along the lines of, you guys are been doing this for so long, and here you are back together again doing another record, and maybe we need a song on there like Walk This Road, something that talks about how long you guys have been friends, and it was kind of in a sense a song that started out to be about the band, or our friendship, or just friendship in general, but then we suddenly realized as we were writing it that it had it wanted to be a more universal message, and that maybe it was really more about, humanity at large, and the fact that we're spinning around, the sun on this planet with no guarantee that there'll be tomorrow, and we're all we got, as far as a consciousness, what are we going to do with that? Are we going to be at odds with each other, or are we going to realize that, we're walking the same path on the same little blue ball, and that we probably first order of business is for us to find some common ground and remind ourselves that we're in this together, and that we have to consider each other in the process and in the journey,
The album. I didn't mean to interrupt, Michael. The album's just been released, so I've only had a chance to listen to Walk This Road. And am I correct in saying you've got a guest on that one?
Yeah, I was just going to say, what better ambassador for the message of the song than Mavis, who's, along with the Staple Singers, has, been singing about such things. Their songs that her father wrote, were always had to deal with, how do we get around the business of treating each other better? How do we, check ourselves and stop and think about where we're going next, what the next step is. And, that was always the message in the gospel of the Staple Singers, and so, it was just a wonderful thing that it just kind of was organic the way it happened, and Mavis was so wonderful really made the track something really special to have her, of all people, sing with us on it, you know.
And we're singing. I wish I was. We're talking with the great Michael McDonald. I know you've got a limited time, Michael. I wanted to ask you, I'm sure you heard very sad news, Sly Stone passing away yesterday. And I was thinking about the movie Woodstock, where so many of us were introduced to him. Was that your first introduction to Sly and the Family Stone as well?
You know, I don't know that it was at Woodstock so much for me as it was on the radio. You know, when he first came on the radio, there was just something so raw and powerful about Sly's music, you know, and it was so, kind of unmistakably gospel, music in its, rawest form. And I felt the same way about Aretha with the Never Loved a Man album, that there was just something so unique and special about those two records, Sly's first record and hers. And it was that, they had distilled it down to its purest essence, and the genre of music that they did. And so many pop artists of the day were, had their roots in gospel music. Sam Cooke, Etta James, you name any one of the artists. Most of them did start in church, but their music got kind of produced to the max when they entered the secular music arena and pop music arena, whereas Sly and Aretha on those two records especially, made a point to keep it, in the environment that they understood best, and that really translated to me. It really grabbed me when I heard Sly the first time, Dance to the Music and Stand and all those tracks that were just, the point was not lost by a lot of overproduction. It was just the band and the way you would have heard them play those songs, on the street, or in church.
Did you ever see them live?
I never did. Never had a chance.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't either. Yeah, and have you seen the documentary that was just released about Sly? Questlove made it.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Sly's documentary. I saw the documentary he did about the festival in Harlem. That was just brilliant.
Yeah. Michael McDonald's our guest, and I know you got to go in a second here, Michael. Real quick, the tour. You're stopping in a lot of places where we're on the radio right now, and it's the Doobie Brothers in concert coming up all summer long. It's my understanding you guys are you kicking it off fairly soon? When does it start?
We start over in England. We go over and play some shows in England and Ireland, and then we come back and pick up in August here in the States. I think we're playing Jones Beach here in New York City. Then we wind up. Where do we wind up? We wind up, going through the Midwest. So far, we don't have any West Coast dates, but that might change as the tour wears on. And they try to figure out some reasons to keep us moving so we don't tip over.
Okay. Last question, just I know you got to go. Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers, are you going to be playing a couple cuts from Walk This Road live? Have you got them down yet? Ready to go?
Yeah, we played 4 songs from the album. We figure that's all the audience can take. It's usually when you do new music, it's like an excuse for everybody to go to the bathroom.
I promise I won't.
And please tell me, Michael, please tell me backstage you serve bologna sandwiches in honor of your mother. Please tell me that.
Yeah, no, well, being from Tennessee now, having lived down there for a while, it's fried bologna.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, Michael, thanks for your time. Love the book, by the way, and I can't wait to hear the new record, and I'll be seeing you when you're here in concert. Yes, Mr. Sir. Michael McDonald, thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Okay, great. His book is terrific. And Chick, great question.
Yeah, that book is just wonderful. It really is. It really brings him... he has so much in common with, it seems like, everybody. The way he grew up and his family dynamic wasn't the best, and it's really, really great.
And
really a great book.
He's super modest. He can understand why the best musicians in the world want him to come sing with him.
His sister tried to pick up Kenny Loggins. It's all in the book.
Gosh.
Oh, it's great.
Is she successful?
The greatest, there's a terrific...
But she tried, man.
There's a terrific story about Walter Becker from Steely Dan.
Yeah. And the police.
Yeah,
And,
it's fun stuff.
Yeah.
But I've only listened to the one track, a little bit of it. It sounds great. Classic Doobie Brothers. We're going to continue our Doobie celebration here in a few minutes. Right now, I want to remind you, Java House, the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show, keeps us active enough to ask good questions sometimes. It's Java House. It's also the official refreshment of the Bob and Tom Show. The peel and pour pods. You don't have to have a machine. You just peel the top off, pour it in, add water, and voila, you've got your tea, your latte, energy drinks, hydration drinks, even hot cocoa. Peel and pour. It's revolutionizing the office coffee room and perhaps the kitchen at home. Java House is the perfect solution for the coffee room and for your house. Great for traveling. So break up with the office brewer. It's javahouse.com. That's where you'll find him, of course. Click on Java House for your office tab and sign up for a free in-office demo. That's once again, the tab says Java House for your office. You can get a free in-office demo. javahouse.com. Coming up, we're going to talk with Pat Simmons from the Doobie Brothers. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Joining us in the studio now, we have Dr. David Wolf, astronaut, and
he and Kirsty are making out, evidently.
Welcome back to Earth, sir.
Oh, there David, how are you?
Thank you.
Dr. Wolf is wearing a NASA golf shirt. Very cool.
Of course he is.
Nah, you can get those at gift shop, Tom. That's no big thing.
Dr. Wolf, it's a great pleasure to see you, and glad you're back.
The Wolf Man!
Thank you, Tom. It's nice to be back on Earth.
So,
yeah, what'd you do on your summer vacation?
Oh, really? You out of space, huh?
You win.
Yeah, that is kind of you do have that kind of conversation trumper. Well, we got back from the vineyard. What'd you do, Dr. Wolf? I was in outer space.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Took a few spacewalks. Added a piece or two to the International Space Station.
You added a whole porch, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Did some maintenance on the port solar array wing. Needed some new batteries.
Oh, there you go. Now, if you go to our website...
Why do you need a porch in space?
Well,
where are you going to sit?
Two of the guys.
Where are you going to sit and rock the next Big Bang?
Two of the guys smoke. So
yeah, you got to go outside. Hey! Don't light up in the space station. Get out there on the smoking port.
This is why Bob's not an astronaut.
This is why David comes in here, so we can't make fun of
You can't smoke in space. I was thinking about that this morning.
Of course not.
Why we're not astronauts.
Could possibly, theoretically, couldn't they, an astronaut who smokes, couldn't they fill his helmet up with smoke so he could smoke? I think it could. There probably is some technology which would permit.
There you go.
Yeah, but it still can't escape from the suit.
Now, on a serious note,
and your clothes would really
you guys
smell.
are NASA launching again probably tomorrow.
Yes, I haven't heard this morning. We were on time as of last evening. Still, things going well.
The concern is that there's some thunderstorms may come in and delay the fueling.
Summer in Florida, it's tough to get off the pad, as we demonstrated.
you know.
Yeah, you did.
That was actually my first question. I wanted to know.
You have to get dressed each and every one of those times. How long does it take to get into the suit and everything ready for
It's
launch?
a pretty big ordeal. It takes 3 or 4 hours, from getting up and then out to the pad, and it's 2 million pounds of cryogenic oxygen and hydrogen. You get up on top of that. The countdown goes, and then it's a few hours to get out. It's a big deal, but it's harder on the cooks and the friends and the family. We go to work whether we go to space or go to Earth.
Right.
But everyone else has traveled, and they want to see a launch, and it's a lot of trouble to turn around.
Our guest is Dr. David Wolf, astronaut. If you go to our website, on the left side, you'll see a photograph of Dr. Wolf. Did you take this one? Were you holding your hand out?
Is it a long arm?
Is this you with your arm, or one of your buddies taking?
Nobody up there want to take a picture of you, Dave?
It looks like you're...
No, that's somebody shooting through the hatch when I'm getting ready to go out on a spacewalk. I'm in vacuum in there, ready to go out.
Okay.
And
if you click
through the window.
If you click there, we have a sort of a whole set of photos there, and you can see Dr. Wolf floating around in space. We'll talk about some of these when we come back.
I'm curious, how long does it take you to get into the space suit that you're going to use to do a walk?
The suit, you spend the day before checking it out like a spacecraft itself. The next morning, you spend 2 or 3 hours getting in before you get out through the hatch. About 3 hours.
Wow.
Don't you have a series of mirrors in your passenger car here at home where you can drive laying on your back? Isn't that just to make you feel
more comfortable upside down?
Wow.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
I used to do James Mason as a stand-up comedian.
Really?
So this hooker walks into a hardware store. Says to the man behind the counter, I need a hinge. And he says, oh, you want a screw for the hinge? And she says, no, but I'll do you for the toaster.
That's a good joke.
That was
That's a good one.
That was my classic James Mason.
Very nice.
And Jimmy Stewart as a horse race announcer. That was my first bit.
Really?
Well, the horses, they're down there in the gate, and they're ready to go, and they're off. And he's, well, you see, hey, Mr. Ed wins by a leg.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Josh and Christy, Pat.
Hey.
Ace, I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. How are you, buddy?
Hello, the handsome Chick McGee.
Thank you. Please continue.
Oh, look at that.
That's right.
More about my good looks.
More.
There's a reason this is radio.
That's right. Oh.
Hey, that wasn't nice.
Caught me in a lie, a little fib.
No. I'm not just referring to me. I'm referring to all of
Doesn't Patrick, he in Hawaii?
Yeah, he lives in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's there. We're going to talk with
hope not. It's like 4 a.m. We're
going to talk with Pat Simmons from the Doobie Brothers. If he, let's see, what time is it in Hawaii?
Yeah,
good question.
Like 4:15. I think they're 5 hours behind us.
Right, 3 days behind. 3 days behind.
Yeah.
Actually,
Still
it could be. It could be last week sometime, the way I understand it.
Yeah, that Dateline thing has always thrown me.
Oh, the international Dateline will mess you up, man.
Yeah, I like the national Dateline better.
Not the international?
Yeah. You go to Vermont, it's Thursday.
Is that right?
It's very odd, yes.
Are we that dumb? Do we have Mr. Simmons on the phone? Okay. Patrick, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, great.
Hey, there he is.
We were just asking if you were in Hawaii.
No, I'm in New York right now.
Oh,
okay.
Good. Time change would have been horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 3:19 in Honolulu right now. 3:19 in the morning. So that's what we were talking about.
We're speaking.
Glad I'm in there.
We're speaking with Mr. Patrick Simmons from the Doobie Brothers. And I'm sure you remember it was exactly 50 years ago that the song Blackwater, I believe, was #1.
Oh, yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah, it was 1975. I remember and it's remained a great song. And I'm sure you'll be playing that on your big tour. Am I getting that right at least?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got to.
Campfire tune. We'll be lighting up the campfires.
It's such a terrific song. When you guys create a set list for a show, Is that a democratic procedure, or would you rather let somebody else do it? How do you go about deciding what you're going to do in what order?
Oh boy. Well, we kind of have a backloaded show, if you will. So we kind of set the songs that are, more of the radio tunes near the end of the set, just because, that's kind of where the excitement builds, I guess. But, we kind of come on stage doing songs that people will recognize just so they can go, oh, yeah, okay, we're at the right concert. and then, we sprinkle, album cuts throughout. And we're going to be playing 4 brand new songs from our new album, trying them out on the crowd and just, challenge ourselves a little bit, have some fun.
Yeah.
And then we just, pick different tunes that we, now with social media, people are always writing in, we want to hear this or we want to hear that. So we take that into account, and we'll often learn songs that we know people want to hear. So that's part of the process as well. And then when we get near the end of all that, then it's kind of like, okay, what do you guys want to play? Who wants to play what? And then, we'll add 2 or 3 more. So that's kind of the process. It's pretty loose and, easy, and it's somewhat democratic, I guess.
Okay. We're talking Pat Simmons, the great singer-songwriter from the Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers going on tour. Interestingly enough, opening up the great Coral Reefer Band, which will be terrific, including a good friend of this show, Mac McAnally. Mr. Simmons, when you go out on tour, how many guitars do you typically have behind the stage ready for you to use? Uh-oh, wait a minute. Did we lose him? There we go. Can you hear me now, Pat?
I'm back.
There you are.
We lost you for a second. I just asked, how many guitars, when you go out live, and I assume you have a handful of guitars, typically how many do you have in the wings waiting for you?
For me, I've got about a dozen, maybe. I've got 3 primary electrics that I use, and then I've got a backup for each one in case I break a string or, something goes haywire. And then a number of acoustics, about 3 acoustic guitars, and then just some miscellaneous, and just in case, so close to around a dozen, probably, I usually carry in my rig.
Yeah. And are you still, when not on stage, are you still a motorcycle enthusiast?
Oh, yeah. I'm deep into that, deeper than I should be.
That's great. I remember a classic lyric. God, this goes way back. Something like, I was trashed riding on my 74.
I remember it well, yeah.
Oh, it's a great song. It's not.
I was.
Don't stop to watch the wheels go round.
Oh, there's so many good songs. Patrick,
nailed it right.
Patrick Simmons is our guest. Patrick, do you remember the first real concert you went to as a kid?
First real concert. Probably Peter, Paul, and Mary.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I can second that. I went to see Simon and Garfunkel, and then later on I saw Edgar Winter White Trash, and that's what said, okay, this is rock and roll.
Yeah, which one's the folk band and which one's the rock band? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both those bands are great. Paul and Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar Winter's White Trash with Jerry LaCroix, an absolutely amazing band. We were talking with Michael McDonald just a few minutes ago, and he mentioned Mavis Staples singing on, I guess it's the title track of your new project, Walk This Road. Were you guys all in the studio when that took place?
No, I don't think any of us were. The producer put that together as far as the recording was concerned. But, we were all in agreement that that was the right person for the song. And it certainly is. If you listen to the song, she really brings it to life, in my opinion. She's so great.
Yeah. When you guys take the band out live, and I know you're going on a huge tour, do you guys rehearse in a big warehouse just to get the feel of being in a larger space, or do you rehearse in a little recording studio?
No, we rehearse. Well, both, to be honest with you, but we try to get a larger place if we can, because we like to run some of the other things. The sound and stuff has to be all set up somewhere, and we usually have a room to run all the microphones from all the instruments and vocals and stuff into a booth, so that the sound guy can get a sound on everything. And we need a lot of room just to, go through the gear and get it all ready for the road, and the monitor systems and everything. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Sometimes, we have video and stuff that we have to, match to the music, and so the guys like to set that up and sort that out as well. So there's a lot of different systems that, kind of have to work in tandem. So, yeah. Having a bigger space is better.
I remember reading that the Rolling Stones had to have a guy in the back of the hall playing some of their songs for them off the old CDs, just so the guys could remember them. Do you guys ever do that, or do you just all know them from playing them so much?
Oh, no, we do that for sure. Usually it's not the old tunes. It might be something new that you're working up, either like we worked up 4 new songs from our latest album, Walk This Road. So, we kind of wanted to listen to them to kind of remember all the parts that we had, that everybody played on the record. And then occasionally, we'll pick an old song, and some deep cut from a record that we haven't played for a long time, or that maybe we never played, and really have to sort through that and figure out, who's going to play what. And what are probably the hardest part is trying to figure out the vocal parts. Who's going to sing the low, the mid, and the high part? It gets a little complicated sometimes. So, and then there are multiple parts that might be, 3-part harmony, and then some answers, and it gets, those are the difficult things to sort through. So, yeah, we have to listen anyway.
If anyone ever forgets the words, you're welcome to throw someone in your band under the bus here. Which member of your band is the most likely to forget the lyrics to one of the songs?
That could be any one of us at any given time, or all of us together.
No, fellas, it's listen to the music. Do you ever have, what do they call the screen with the words on it? What's
a teleprompter?
A teleprompter. Sorry.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah, I've seen a number of bands do that. So
now, by the time you get to the out on the road and doing the shows, you should know your parts by then. We might have a few cheat sheets here and there.
Okay. Well, I just want to congratulate you on the 50th anniversary of one of the great songs of all time, Blackwater. And
thank you.
In some ways, kind of an unlikely hit. It's just such an unusual song, and so great and so sort of different and singular.
And I used it 50 years ago as my Florex routine.
Okay. Thank you, Christy. Well, hey, Pat. Patrick, thanks so much for your time, sir, and have a great tour. We're going to see you when you come through.
Hey, thanks, you guys. Thanks for taking the time with me.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks very much.
Look forward to getting there.
Okay. All right. Well, that was fun. And one to go. We're going to talk with Tom Johnston from the Doobie Brothers in just a few minutes.
Have you met these guys besides Michael before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We did a show with them.
I thought we went to the venue.
We did.
One morning, and they were playing.
Yeah, and they played a bunch of stuff. I was really intimidated.
How do I not remember that?
Especially to meet Tom, and he turned out to be a super great guy. So, and he's the voice of
China Grove.
Yeah, Blackwater is Pat Simmons singing for the most part. And then What a Fool Believes is obviously Michael McDonald. Right. Taking It to the Streets is Michael McDonald. But Tom Johnston is, Listen to the Music, Long Train Running, that Jesus is Just All Right. I think that's one of his. So, a great band with those 3 guys. It's going to be a terrific show. And they're on a massive tour I think they start in North America in early August in Detroit, and they're going to be cruising around, as he said. They don't have any West Coast states yet, but why don't we just spend a couple minutes finishing up our annoyances?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk with Tom in about 10 minutes. Is that right? Okay, good.
If you're just joining us, we were talking about everyday annoyances that Americans have. And a couple of them are like spotting something you'd rather not talk to, loud chewing, and then unexpected phone calls. But the weirdest causes of stress is where we left off. The beeping sound on the TV to hide swearing. People don't like that.
Oh,
I don't care for that either. Yeah.
Really?
It can be really funny, I think.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think sometimes it's funnier when it's beeped.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's annoying, but
I'll tell you what I can't stand is the pixelation of everything. I hate that when they pixelate. Like a guy walks
paintings.
into a trailer and they pixelate the artwork on the wall.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the royalty.
Why is there a royalty if they walk by a painting?
I don't know,
It's
Tom.
not like they're cashing in. No one's
Because
lawyers.
Censorship as well. I mean, this guy might own a vast selection of erotic pottery.
That could be.
You don't know.
Yes.
And they can't have that on television.
The most common stressors included how expensive everything has gotten, running late when stuck in traffic.
Well, that's your fault for running late.
No, it's the traffic's fault for being in my way.
I'm with Christy.
If you're already running late and then you get stuck in traffic, it's your fault.
How do you know if there's going to be traffic? How do you know when to leave?
You shouldn't be running late.
Right.
But I wouldn't be late if
I'm on your side, Christy.
Yeah, but you didn't listen to what I said. I said if you're already running late and you hit traffic, it's your fault.
Yeah, but I wasn't running late till I hit the traffic.
Wait a minute. You were about to say for F steak, weren't you?
You guys are breaking up, I think.
Okay, it's over.
Wait a minute.
The romance is gone.
Are you guys not going to get married anymore?
No, we're still getting married.
Okay.
And
Good.
In fact, this makes it hotter.
Okay.
Okay, well, why don't we decide
Remember
to take
when
a
I was
short break?
arguing with you?
Tell me a little bit about Simply Safe, Mr. McGee.
Simply Safe. You know that moment at night when you're locking up, turning off the lights, and you just want to feel completely safe and have, this is a big phrase, peace of mind. Well, that's what Simply Safe can give you. I've had Simply Safe for a decade now, and I loves it. We use Simply Safe here at the Bob and Tom Studios, as a matter of fact. And most security systems only take action after somebody breaks in, and that is way too late, my friends. Simply Safe has new Active Guard outdoor protection that helps stop break-ins before they happen. It's AI-powered cameras plus live monitoring agents from Simply Safe that detect suspicious activity around your property. If somebody's lurking, agents can talk to them in real time, turn on spotlights, call the police, all proactively deterring crime before it even starts. And Simply Safe has been named Best Home Security System of 2025 by CNET, and 4 million plus Americans trust Simply Safe. And Simply Safe named #1 in customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. And listen to this deal we have for you. Visit simplysafetom.com to claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. 50% off your first month free. Just go to simplysafetom.com and have peace of mind. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I have a tribute, yeah.
To karaoke?
Of sorts, yeah. What could ruin such a pleasant scene? It's more annoying than a drunk Marine. What's louder than a busted muffler on a souped-up car? What's irritating when you're trying to think? Oh, you know what sucks? When you just want to drink. It's karaoke night at your local bar. If I want to hear a drunk guy butcher Billy Joel, I'll go to a Billy Joel show.
Hey.
Not everyone's Mariah or Daryl Hall. Some folks were meant just to work at the mall. Pearl Harbor was bad, but the Japanese have gone too far. Oh, I'd rather take the pool cue right in the eye than hear some wasted dude sing American Pie. It's karaoke night, yeah, at my local bar. Who is this American Idol wannabe? thinking he could sing Bohemian Rhapsody. Please pick a key. If I hear one more version of Friends in Low Places, some local cowboy's gonna need some braces. You ruin Uptown Funk and I'm gonna go and key your car. No Delta Dawn or I want a new drug. One more Love Shack and I'm pulling the plug. It's karaoke night and you are not a star. Oh, it's karaoke night at my local bar.
That was very nice. Thank you very much.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
In the last break, if you were with us, you know that we took a pair of special panties known as the Club Vibe. And these panties have a special vibrating device.
Very
that,
special.
Slips into a pocket in the
front of the
most intimate area. Yes,
Yeah.
in the front naughty, I think.
Right,
Is
the
what
front naughty. Sure.
I like
in
that.
that zone. And Josh put them on, and then Josh, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, not bad.
And the way it worked, there was a button there's a remote control button, and Sadie and Chick were able to press that button. It also
and you talk into it, the sound activates it.
Yeah. So as an experiment, we brought Dean, our producer, into the room, who's a very fine guitarist, and Dean happens to have a bass. Try playing a note on the bass, and Christy, see if it vibrates, please.
All right, here we go, and we should come up with a safe word.
No, we should.
You need me to stop.
Wait a minute. What note are you choosing? Are you a romantic note?
Yeah, because no doesn't mean no. When
No
you have
doesn't-
safe word.
The safe word should
What's
be
your safe word?
Chick.
Oh, I think Getty. Getty Lee.
Getty Lee.
Yell for Getty and we'll stop.
Getty, okay.
Chick would be fine. I like that.
And remember, you don't have to listen to the safe word.
So now when he hits the bass,
But
tell
then
me
that's not safe.
Tell me if it vibrates.
Bad advice. Bad
when
advice.
he hits.
We'll start out with it. We'll start out with the G string right here.
Is that vibrating?
Yeah.
Is it still vibrating?
Oh,
Yes.
Is it indeed the G?
yeah. Picks up ambient sound from
Okay,
music.
wait a
It's
minute.
not
Go.
inside. I'm not
Okay,
in
I
the
know.
spot.
I don't know how much longer we can go. Her face is already flush. I don't
Hey, this
think.
is foreplay. That was just a
I don't
foreplay
think-
Yeah.
note.
Dean,
Okay.
do something with kind of a beat to it.
Well, let's see if she can take a low E right here.
Oh my God.
Does that change the vibration?
Yeah.
Does
and-
it?
Well, and it's sustaining.
Hey, I'm feeling a little left out over here.
Oh, do you have another pair?
You can't favor women. We do have another pair.
Okay, here's the funny thing. There's kind of a little delay between
When you hit the
when you hit
number?
the chord and then it picks it up.
Anticipation, little anticipation.
we need
Yeah. Oh boy.
Does it vibrate?
You know,
hard,
none of
hard?
the bass players I ever dated did
Okay,
this.
Tom, look at her face. I mean,
She's getting all red.
Yes.
Do you know the bass line to Whippin' Post?
Okay, that's not funny.
No more news today, you guys.
And I did not. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, now it looks like it's actually painful. Safe word.
Getty Lee!
Okay, there we go.
Authorities say a man's penis was bitten off and eaten by his dog.
Oh, why would this
Residents in the town of Hearn contacted police upon the dog's incessant barking coming from the man's home in the middle of the night. First responders broke down the door to find the dog's 66-year-old owner gravely injured and rushed him to the hospital.
My Vina!
The man's male member could not be found.
In the dog's
Officials
belly.
believe the man's dog, said to be about the size of a Jack Russell, bit off the man's member and ate it.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
So small.
I believe we have a new singer here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's Herr Adolf Gulpenkaken.
Gulpenkaken.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Adolf Gulpenkaken. Okay.
German, yes. Once again, this is about the doggy eating the schlong of this poor man.
His owner, yes.
I don't think the German would say schlong.
Well,
That's more fun.
Pre-1945. He thought it was an Oscar Mayer Wiener. That is why my doggy barked at me. He chomped on mine Wiener Pussenschachten. I've got nothing to hold on to when I pee. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Sir Adolph Frankendicken. '13th.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin, Christy Lee.
Hello.
Josh Arnold, Ace
Hi.
Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios.
And with any luck, the other Tom is going to be joining us from the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston. Tom, can you hear me, sir?
I can.
Oh,
How you doing?
Good.
man.
Hi, Tom.
Great talking to you again. I'm sure you don't remember this. You guys did a live performance for us a few years back. It was terrific, and I'm sure it's going to be great for you to go back out on the road. But first, a new album coming out. It's out, as a matter of fact, just momentarily. I guess we had it just moments ago. We heard a little bit of it. Tell us a little bit about your new project.
Well, started as a 4-song deal. We were just trying it out to see how it worked because we've been touring with Mike since 2021. So I said, let's go in and see what it sounds like. And so we did, and 4 songs became 8 songs, became 10 songs, and then, we said, well, let's make an album then because we've already got enough songs. And everybody's pretty excited about the outcome. We did it with John Shanks, who produced it and co-wrote all the tunes. And we've been playing, 4 of them live for the people, and everybody's really digging it, so we're pretty happy.
Yeah, good. We talked with Patrick. We talked with Michael McDonald. And they were telling us some of that stuff. Here's a really dumb question. Did you read Michael McDonald's book?
I hate to say it, but I haven't yet because we've been on the road together so much. I just, what'd you do there? I don't even think about a lot of the questions they probably covered in there. We did a book, Pat and I did a book as well. So I know what that's all about pretty much, and I know what that's like.
Yeah.
And he talked about it, but he's had a small part in our book as well. So, we know Mike pretty well.
Yeah, I figured.
Not a lot there to cover.
Yeah, exactly. I was just kind of curious if you ever walked in and said, "Hey guys, I got a new book. Have you read it?" How much of the recording did you guys do together at the same time, sitting in the studio?
That's the interesting part about this. Not a lot. This is a totally different way of working for us. We did this on the last album as well. Basically, whoever's got the song, whoever comes in to work with John for that 3 or 4 day period of time on a specific song, usually you might write it from the bottom up right there in his house, or you brought in some ideas. I even brought in a song that we reworked, which is called Here to Stay. And you go in and there's a place, like right in the house, so you get in there, it's like you take a right, and that's the writing room. You get to a point where the song is, you've got a pretty good feel for it. You shoot that downstairs to the studio, then you start fleshing it out on Pro Tools. And it takes on a life of its own. But it's usually the guy who is doing the writing, along with John. That's the only people that are in the studio. I think that's pretty much true of Pat. It's pretty much true of Mike, and it was true of me. And it's a different way of doing an album as opposed to coming in with the thing pretty much fleshed out and having a lot of the guys in there while you're doing it.
Do you always write with a guitar, or do you ever sit down with a bass or a piano?
No, I've written on piano a few times. There was a song on the World Gone Crazy album that was called World Gone Crazy. Excuse me, and I wrote that on piano. Most of the time I do write on guitar, but yeah, occasionally I go off the keyboards.
Yeah, and we were asking Pat how you guys decide on a set list. Obviously, a lot of hits to choose from, but putting them in order, I would think, would be awfully tricky. Does someone kind of take charge of that, or is it you vote? How do you not get into an argument about that?
Voting would be interesting. No, we don't vote. We just sit down with a previous set list and take songs out, and we put in
4 songs. We actually were playing one last summer, but we've added 3 more to that set. This is fairly extreme for us. Normally, if we have a new product, we put in 1, maybe 2 songs. So this is quite a bit more. But so far, they're all going over well. We played it live here in New York. And I think that's going to work pretty well. So, we might adjust and tinker with the set throughout the summer, for that matter. But I think it's going to work.
And you guys are heading over to England, is that right? Is that your next stop?
Yeah, July. We're going over on the 7th. I think we start playing on the 10th or the 11th. I don't remember which, in Glasgow, Scotland.
What's the farthest away that you've ever played? Have you guys ever played in South America or some exotic port of call?
Singapore, I'd say, is probably the farthest one I can think of at the moment. That's a 17-hour flight.
Wow.
It takes at least 24 hours to get over that. Just kidding. We haven't played South America. I've asked about that a few times. For whatever reason, that hasn't happened. But we played Europe a lot. We've played all of the States. We've played Mexico a few times. We've played, I'm trying to think, Canada, obviously. Like that.
I guess the question would be, are there any of your songs that were much larger hits in another country than they were here, or is the set list primarily the same? Would you get it, like if you went over to France, would they go, oh, by the way, this deep cut's huge here, can you play that one? Does that ever happen?
No, I got to be honest with you, they never did. We kind of have our set list made out, and when we show up, that's what we play. I don't recall that being a request that's ever been given to the band.
Yeah, because every once in a while you hear about a band that is, there are certain bands in the States that are huge in other countries and not big here, or songs that were...
I've heard of that, sure.
I was just wondering if any of your songs were... I'm looking at the set list, and again, as I indicated earlier, lots and lots of hits. But let's talk a little bit more about the new album. It's called Walk This Road. And did you guys write anything together? You mentioned you worked a lot with the producer. Did you ever write any of the songs with your fellow Doobie Brothers members?
Actually, on this album, I would say we probably did not. They were all written with John. As I said, sometimes you might bring a song that's pretty far along. I think Pat had a pretty good idea about Lahaina when he was writing it when he got in the studio. Same with Angels and Mercy, because I believe he had that going in a different direction, and that got changed when they were in the studio. For me, Call Me happened with John in the studio, no writing beforehand. New Orleans happened in the studio, and some of these things just grow right there, while you're fooling around with them, and some of them got changed quite a bit during that process. Here to Stay is the one that I had mostly written. Actually, I did have it written, and we just changed some of the lyrics and some of the treatment of it and stuff like that. As I said, it's an interesting way to work. It's not like the album was done for years and years where everybody's kind of there while we're in the process.
Yeah, and this may sound silly, but you've written so many great songs. In the course of writing a song, do you ever, when you sort of have everything out but you don't have the lyrics, do you ever do make up fake lyrics or nonsense lyrics just so you can get the rhythm down and then I'll get back to the lyrics later?
And they don't get done, you mean?
No, like you're writing something and you go, well, here, I don't know what I'm going to say, but here are the number of syllables and this will fit right in.
Yeah, I think New Orleans was that way, for instance. It started off with a totally different feeling, and I said, you know what, the lyrics we're doing here just aren't cutting it. And I went home and listened to the track, and I said, what if we did a kind of a New Orleans flavor, at least as far as the lyrics went? And so I wrote out a bunch of lyrics in that direction, brought them back down, and we cut those, and that worked great. So then we completely redid the track a lot. John came up with some guitar ideas. I came up with some chord ideas. And then the guy that cut the drums, Victor, came back in and redid the whole drum track. We redid the keyboards. It was pretty amazing. Mike played some accordion on there and sang on it. It just became a whole different song.
Oh, that's interesting. Once again, we're speaking, I should reintroduce our guest. It's Tom Johnston, the songwriter and singer from the Doobie Brothers, a guy who's written a bunch of hit songs, and they're going to be playing them on their tour, which is celebrating their brand new album, which has just been released. It's called Walk This Road, and the tour, as you heard, is going to Europe in the next few days, and then it'll be cruising around the United States and Canada. No West Coast states yet, according to Michael, but coming real soon. Tom, we got to check out, but I wanted to say thanks for your time and congratulations on the new album, and thanks for all the great music over the years. We certainly love it, and we can't wait to see you guys live.
Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate the support.
Okay, thanks again. So long.
You bet.
All right. It's always a great pleasure talking to those guys.
Just a great, amazing, iconic voice. Tom
Yes.
Johnston. Well, but he and Michael McDonald both have that.
And in this story, you get to hear both.
Very distinctive, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's, I'm looking at I just found a set list.
Yeah, China Grove and Minute by Minute and What a Fool Believes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And listen to the music, all the original singers. Yeah, it's hit after hit after hit.
Remember this one? It Keeps You Running.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
that, yeah.
I think Carly Simon helped write that, I thought. I know she did a version of it.
What was the one that she did?
I'd be very nervous if I met Carly Simon. I think she's, well, a gentleman would say she's party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sat directly in front of her.
No way.
At Alice Tully Hall in Lincoln Center. James Taylor and Carly Simon were sitting right in back of me. I know Carly and Michael McDonald, I think, wrote the song "You Belong to Me."
You belong to me. That's it.
Yeah.
You belong to me.
But this set list I'm looking at right now is nothing but hits.
Did you have the conscious thought that when you were sitting across from Carly Simon that you would take your hand and like you're holding a broomstick and put it near your mouth?
That could hurt you at all to do that?
I leaned over and said, "Hey, James.
Make the how about it?
Move over.
With your eyes?
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
How about it?
Well, thanks for our little Doobie Brothers hour. That was fun. Hope you liked it. By the way, if you want to send us messages, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. We always want to hear from you. I've got a stack of letters ready for tomorrow, and we'll hope to hear more great music from you, Pat Godwin.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I love your new AI song.
Thank you very much.
We'll look for it. Maybe we can play it again tomorrow. I certainly enjoyed it. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show.